All right, we are live apparently. Hopefully, before we start getting in any discussions, though, I do need to check back on my YouTube to make sure that it's actually working and it's not doing anything screwy.
Hopefully,
Your mic. But nothing.
oh boy.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so it seems like it's working fine. We already got some viewers. All right. Okay, so I think we're good to go. So, hey guys, welcome back to High Flyers Tag Team, Kill Switch, whatever you want to refer to me as. You can just refer to me as Kyle, I don't care. We're back with another live stream today with
Confused person about Infinity War.
Okay, that works too.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I'm not even waiting for people to come in and like do it because last time we waited and like no one came, but afterwards the stream got a good amount of views than what I expected it. So
Yeah.
afterwards, it was like okay. But hey guys, so this is gonna be a spoiler discussion on Avengers Infinity War. I hope if you guys haven't seen it yet, I highly do not recommend watching this if you're watching later on, and then go watch the movie first. You need to watch the movie. Just opening thoughts. I really did enjoy the movie. I had a great time watching it. It was a fun experience. It almost felt as good as the first time I watched the original Avengers in theaters. It was a very fun experience. And I recommend it first.
I don't know, because most of the time watching the movie, I was more anxious, like for the end of the movie. Like I was trying to like take in everything that was going on, but I knew the end of the movie was going to be intense, so I was kind of anxious for that. So I couldn't really.
As your mic cuts.
Oh, of course it does.
What?
Okay, then what just happened? Oh, okay then. Did that go uninterrupted, or is this still going?
I don't know. I got kicked from my own stream apparently.
Didn't even know that could happen. You hit a new low, YouTube.
Dude, that happens all the time. All the time we stream, I get kicked. Last time I didn't, luckily, but I guess today they're like, fuck you.
Didn't even know that could happen.
Oh, the stream looks like it's still going. That would have been a horrible start.
That really would have. 2 seconds in, and then nope, gotta restart.
We're gonna get like halfway through the discussion. It's just gonna completely end.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, I had a very fun time watching this movie. Very long movie. Very long.
It didn't feel that long. I honestly, like, when the movie ended, I thought there was still going to be more.
Shockingly, you're saying it didn't feel that long. To me, it felt really long.
I mean, I feel like they could have benefited from maybe a few more minutes of runtime, because I'm sure we're going to get to this later, but it feels like some important characters weren't that important to the movie.
I mean, let's be fair here. One, you can only make a movie so long till certain theaters won't show it.
That's true.
You could only get out of it if it was like a straight-to-TV movie, like the original It.
Yeah, because that movie's like 3 hours long.
Or both parts.
Yeah. But most
like
of us watch
6-hour special. But I mean, they made it about as long as they could. But and I get what you mean about certain characters. Which would be something I'll talk about. What were we saying?
I was kind of surprised that it was as, like, I don't know. I feel like something like this would have been longer. Like, going into the movie, I thought, like, oh, this is the big finale. This is where they end it all. But, like, no, it really wasn't. So I bet you Avengers 4 is going to be pretty long.
I mean, I got some criticisms about certain things, too. And, like, you brought up characters and stuff, which we will talk about, which, I mean, come on, there was 2 major characters to me that didn't show up even once in the movie, and only one of them got mentioned as a joke.
Which one?
Ant-Man.
Yeah.
He got mentioned as a joke, and that's it. He didn't.
And then Bruce Banner's like, "There's an Ant-Man and a Spider-Man now."
Yeah. When did he even learn about Ant-Man? Because he was gone before Ant-Man appeared, right?
He was gone when Ant-Man and Spider-Man and Black Panther appeared. Like anyone who appeared after Age of Ultron, he had no idea they exist.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm like, Ant-Man wasn't around. Even if I can't remember, did Ant-Man or Age of Ultron come out first?
Ant-Man came out the summer of 2015. Age of Ultron came out spring of 2015.
Yeah, okay. So let's say even if it came out first, it's not like he would know anyways, because no one really knew who he was in Civil War till they got
Yeah.
him out of the truck. And then Hawkeye wasn't
Well, the
even.
only one that really knew about him was Falcon.
Now we will talk about Avengers 4 because there are set photos I've seen, and Ant-Man is in those set photos. So I mean, he'll be in the next movie at least.
Oh, good.
At least I think that was Ant-Man. It looked like Ant-Man. I still haven't seen Hawkeye anywhere.
Yeah, he's a mystery.
And they also got some set photos for Captain Marvel, which was really interesting to me. Which I
I've
might.
seen some of those, like with Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, him being like two eyes.
Yeah, like that. Wow.
It takes place in the 80s, I heard.
Like it was 80s or 90s. I've heard multiple different things.
So basically, before he lost it, what if he loses his eye in the movie?
I think that'd actually be really cool to see.
That's probably what he's going to happen too. He
Yeah.
also lost some weight.
Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah, he reminds me of a funny enough, not of a young Samuel L. Jackson, but a young Lawrence Fishburne.
He had motion capture stuff on his face, so they're probably going to CGI his face to look younger.
Yeah, probably.
Which, I mean, come on, CGI is everywhere nowadays.
It is.
Sometimes it can be really good. There's movies I was watching where you think they were filming in an actual city with a bunch of people walking around, and then you watch the behind the scenes, and the only thing that's real there is the two main characters walking. All the people, all the buildings are CGI, and it's like, wow, I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Some CGI could be really good, but anyways, so we'll get on stuff like that throughout because probably when we get on the theories and stuff like that too, it'll probably lead in the Avengers for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Something big I do want to say right now though, this is the first first Marvel movie where it's almost like you really don't know what's going to happen next. Like a lot of people have been saying.
It's like everything at this point is all up in the air. Like there's nothing planted like to give you hints at what's going to happen. Everything is up in the air. Anything is possible at this point.
The big theory I'm seeing right now is that the next movie is going to be Secret Wars. I personally don't know much about Secret Wars. I'm sure if Vinny was here, he would be able to tell us more
I
about
know a little bit about it, not much, but just a little bit about it.
We might want to explain it to me because everyone's telling me they think the next movie is going to be Secret Wars.
Oh God. Well,
Is it time
doesn't.
travel stuff?
I believe it has stuff to do with time travel, but it doesn't have like all the common renditions of superheroes you'd think of. Like it has the Falcon version of Captain America, the female Thor. I think. Oh, Miles Morales Spider-Man, but I'm not 100% sure.
Well, I'm interested because some of the set photos for Avengers 4 shows it takes place during the first Avengers. So
Seriously?
Well, one of the set photos we got lately was a very old-looking Tony Stark. He's got like white hair and everything. We got it looks like after he got his fight with Thanos too, with the way he looks. Ant-Man's there, and then you see a city destroyed, and you see stuff similar, and then you see Captain America in his Avengers suit in that movie, and it looks like it's taking place during the fight in New York, or Manhattan, or wherever it took place. So there's definitely time travel, and then Hulk's in the background too, because you can tell because Mark Ruffalo's in his he's in a full-on CGI motion capture suit, so you know
that's obviously the Hulk.
But it takes place during the 2012 Avengers movie, so they're definitely time traveling in Avengers 4.
Which means that probably has something to do with the Soul Stone, or not the Soul Stone, Time Stone.
Well, there is something interesting I will get on later when it comes to the stones, but I do want to save that for later because I'm not sure what's going on with the Infinity Gauntlet at this point for obvious reasons.
Oh yeah,
but I just don't like. I'm curious on how they're going to go with the next movie since there's definitely going to be time travel. I don't know exactly what's going on there. But I don't know. And then the Russo brothers aren't revealing the title because they said it's a major spoiler.
Probably in maybe 4 to 5 weeks, maybe 6 at the most, they'll reveal it.
I'm about to say they'll probably wait till the movie's over, but I'm like, I wonder if that's why. Because a lot of people are saying, well, if it's Secret Wars, that'll probably be a huge spoiler or something like that. I'm like, I don't even know what Secret Wars is, so it ain't gonna spoil me any.
I don't think it would be Secret Wars. I don't think they're gonna go that route just yet. I mean, it's definitely possible, but I don't think so.
I don't know. They'll have X-Men by like the end of the year, so. But
That's
anyways, so to talk about the movie, must I say it was very fast paced.
It was fast paced. They didn't really give you much time to breathe. 'Cause I mean, that's not a bad thing, but they really kept you going in the movie.
Like I did hear someone say that it almost reminded them of like it's an actual comic book almost.
Oh, that's a good point.
Like
That's a very good point.
it felt like a comic book. Someone said, which I was like, yeah, I can see that. Last time we tried to do that was Hulk 2003, and we know how that went.
Oh God.
And I'm just saying though, I'm like, see, I don't mind a bunch of action, but like I hate when there's too much action because it can get redundant.
Mhm.
But I hate when there's too little. But I'm like when people complain about Godzilla 2014 stuff like that. I just like the action to me was fine because the movie felt long. So the points there was action, it almost felt like it was good because like to me the movie felt long enough where it was like they took big, nice enough breaks in between action scenes to give me a moment to breathe.
Yeah.
I mean, the story itself wasn't groundbreaking, but like there was definitely someone else said this was more Thanos' movie than the Avengers.
Oh, that definitely. You really spend a lot of time with him. You see, like, you get a backstory on him. You see what his motives are, and I think that's a really good thing to do because you've been building this guy up for like the past 6 years, and I feel like they did a really good job giving him like an actual character and depth and stuff like that, not just making him a big bad villain.
Hands down, though, Thanos is probably the best Marvel villain to date.
If he is not the best, he is definitely up there, like at least top 3.
The only person that close would be Loki. That's the only one I see. If we're talking about the ACU,
Oh,
the only other person villain wise is Loki that comes to it.
yeah, he was a good villain, and now he's dead.
Yeah, we'll get on some of the deaths here because I must say that Loki one shocked me. Like I knew it was coming, but my God, dude.
I had a feeling that was coming too, but they did it so early it shocked me.
Well, no, I knew they were gonna do it then, but the way they did it, I was like, damn.
It was brutal. It was very brutal.
Like it almost like Marvel movies are getting a lot more what's it called? They're more open about their violence, I guess, now. Because what last movie, Black Panther, they showed someone get their throat slit.
Who got their throats? Wait. Oh,
You remember Black Panther?
it's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah, someone got their throat slit in that movie, and they showed it. I'm like, are you serious?
And Spider-Man, or no, Thor Ragnarok. Thor got his friggin' eye cut out.
And then they showed what else? They showed like even though it was not real, they showed Thanos get like a knife in his throat in this movie, and blood just started gushing out.
Yeah, that was they've definitely gone with a darker route for these movies, but I think it helps them.
We'll say this movie did feel very dark. Now that you bring that up, movie did feel pretty dark. Although there was still all that classic Marvel jokes and happiness to it. It felt dark and serious. Like it felt like the movie had a very gritty feel to it.
And that was one of my biggest concerns with the movie, that it wouldn't feel dark enough, because this is like everything is on the line in this movie, and I feel like the tone reflected that perfectly.
Yeah, it definitely felt like the world like was at stake. Like there was something at stake. Thanos felt like a good villain, although all of his goons were pretty trash.
Yeah, they all kind of died pretty easily, but Ebony Maw I thought was actually really cool.
There was only one of them I really liked out of all the Black Order.
Which one?
The one that was like fucking up Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah, that was Ebony Maw. Squidward.
Yeah, Squidward, dude. I actually kind of liked him. They gave him some character and personality, even though he was like the first one to go.
Yeah, and I honestly liked what he could do. Like he could, use oh god, what am I trying to get? He could use his mind to move stuff and everything, like use it to his advantage. I thought that was really cool actually.
I mean, he was taking on two different like I've never seen Doctor Strange, so I don't know what the term would use. So I'm just gonna call him wizards. He was taking on two wizards at like the same time, and he still beat them both.
He did.
He was like, and then he captured Doctor Strange. I was
The
impressed.
rest,
Doctor
the rest of the
Strange.
Black Order didn't feel strong.
I mean, you gotta be fair though. I'm like, he did a good job against Doctor Strange. Who Doctor Strange is the one who later on was able to take on Thanos, who had 3, 4 Infinity Stones.
At the time, it was 4.
Like Thanos, like Doctor Strange put up a better fight against Thanos than this dude. And this dude, the way this dude died, that was pretty. That scene was cool though, because they finally revealed the Iron Spider claw.
Yeah, you finally got to see it in action.
Like that was very cool at the time. I'm glad they didn't show that in the trailers at all, because that was a very cool reveal when they had that.
When Tony Stark was saying like deploy 17A, I thought he was talking about like getting something from his Mark 17 suit, even though I didn't remember that he destroyed him at the end of Iron Man 3. I thought he meant get something from the Mark 17 suit, attached to the Mark 50 and use that, but no, it was the Iron Spider.
I'm not sure what I thought, because at the time I was like, I had so many thoughts going through my head. Like honestly, at this point, he could be pulling out like the Hulkbuster for Bruce, because Bruce is there. I'm like,
and he couldn't turn into the Hulk.
Yeah, I'm like, he could be doing that since that's supposed to happen at some point. I'm like, he could be calling in like whenever he had all of his Iron Man suits and Iron Man 3 come out and help him. I'm like, he could be doing that for all I know. I'm like, I had no idea. The last thing I called was the Iron Spider suit.
Yeah, that was the last thing I honestly thought it would be, and I completely forgot the Iron Spider even existed at that point.
I'm like, I knew it was in there, but I'm like, damn, I should have realized. I should have put 2 and 2 together when he was on the flying donut like that.
Yeah.
When we were like, fucking donut.
Did that ship ever get a name? Like, they just called it the donut.
I know, they just call it the donut. I'm like, the only way you probably know what the name is if you get like a novelization or something.
Yeah. This isn't like Star Wars where they name everything.
Yeah, I know. Also, speaking of Thanos, a lot of backstory got cut from him, but he still had a lot of character development.
Backstory got cut?
A bunch of backstory got cut for Thanos. I guess like a lot of backstory did.
Wow.
And it did not feel like it.
I would have liked to have seen a little more about his relationship with Nebula. Because, I mean, I feel like they the way they portrayed the relationship between Thanos and Gamora, I found that to be very, very interesting. I wish they did something similar with Nebula a little bit. Because, from the past 2 Guardians of the Galaxies, we could tell she really wants Thanos dead. I kind of wish I could see why instead of just hear about it.
That's the thing I was thinking about, too. That's kind of a negative, where it's like they really did build the Gamora and Thanos relationship. And I get why, because there was a very important element where whenever she dies, it actually shows he cared when he started crying. Which, by the way, that scene, I can't wait to get on that. That was a really good scene. But you're right. It didn't really show. They didn't really build much relationship between Nebula and Thanos, but they did really do show how Thanos did not really care about Nebula. And they've done that throughout the Guardians of the Galaxy movies too, where like she even said how Thanos used to rip her apart pretty much and replace her for parts because she always lost to Gamora, and he used to do. And even there, when she was hung up on the thing, when he was trying to make Gamora give him the instructions to the Soul Stone, he even took the Infinity Stones and started torturing her with them. So you can see the way he treats her, and you can kind of get a good idea of why she wants him dead, because probably ever since she was a baby, he's probably abused her.
He definitely favors Gamora a lot more than her.
You don't even know he's ever really gave a fuck about her. Like, You know, like what if she was the one there instead of Gamora? Like, would he have cared enough that would it have worked if he threw her off thing? You know what I mean? Like, it's stuff like that you're not sure about, where it's like. But I get what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And then she saved the Avengers at one point, whenever or not the Avengers, but when they were fighting him, and then she crashed her ship into him.
Yeah, yeah.
I did not expect that at all. I won't lie.
I kind of forgot she was going to that planet because she even like put the message out to Mantis, like meet me on Titan. I kind of forgot about that. Then she showed up. I'm like, oh yeah.
No, like whenever that ship hit, originally I thought it was like Iron Man, like throwing something at him again, like he did with the giant like thing at the beginning of the fight. I was like, I did not realize that it was Nebula crashing into him, and then I started thinking like, wow, you know, like every Guardians movie, someone gets hit with a ship.
And it's always at the hands of Nebula.
Oh, last time it was Yahoo. Oh my fucking god,
Yondu. But Nebula still did it because she was gonna crash the ship into Gamora, but she got out of the way.
What did Thanos even say to her? Didn't Thanos say something to her when she got out?
I can't remember. I honestly can't remember.
I could have swore he said something like very negative and cocky towards her.
He probably did.
Which I think does build more of a relationship still. But
I think we're probably going to get more of that with Avengers 4 because Nebula is one of the only few alive.
I would hope, and I'm kind of still hoping Nebula isn't the one that kills him, to be honest. I'm sure he's going to die.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely going to die. I think there's definitely... They can't build him up as like such a crazy villain that he wants to kill half of humanity. Like he's gonna have to die in the next one.
Well, everyone's talking about how, oh my god, he killed half humanity because that's what we can connect to the most. But do people not realize that it's not half humanity? He destroyed half the universe. They just didn't show it.
Yeah, like all we really got to see was the heroes, like the Avengers, quote unquote, because some of them weren't really Avengers, the Wakandans, and some people in the end credit scene.
They did show a couple aliens get killed. Groot.
Oh yeah, Groot, Mantis, Drax.
Drax. They're not human. They died. So their species, if there's any left of them, you know, they got wiped. Half of them probably got wiped out too.
Yeah.
So they still somewhat showed the effects, but like just not the way I feel like, because obviously again humans are the only ones we can relate to because we mostly follow humans throughout, you know, the movies besides Guardians of the Galaxy and maybe Thor. But I mean, you can't really talk about the Asgardians because they're all dead anyways.
Oh yeah, and like, why didn't they show Valkyrie or Korg or anyone? Like, what happened to them?
That was a very interesting in the beginning. A lot of people were saying, you know, it didn't show them die, so there's no proof that they actually died. You know, we can't confirm they died because characters like that they would have to have shown died.
Like, seriously though, they were pretty big characters, especially Valkyrie.
Oh yeah, watch there be a deleted scene when the movie comes out on Blu-ray of them being killed.
I swear to God, if they just made it a deleted scene, that'd be so stupid.
A lot of people were theorizing they got off on an escape pod or something, but like, okay, so like, why?
I mean, I can see why Korg maybe would have went, but why would Valkyrie have left?
Well, why didn't all the other Asgardians get off with the thing too? Like,
no, they're all dead.
Like, nope, everyone's dead. No one else escaped apparently besides Valkyrie, and Korg. That doesn't make sense to me.
Thor's the last Asgardian alive that we know of.
Also, what the hell? The beginning of the scene, what's going on there anyway? So all the Asgardians being killed, Loki's offering the thing, and Thor got his ass kicked. Why was Hulk not a part of that till he's like, we have a Hulk?
I think he just didn't want Thanos to really know that they had something almost as strong as him. So they wanted to wait and get the jump on him, surprise him, you know, catch him off guard. So
why was he just waiting the whole time? Like, you know, Hulk loves fighting. Did he just like sit there and wait till he got a cue? Like, did they tell him? Like, did no one notice he was standing there in the background watching?
It sounded like he was somewhere else. Like, and he came crashing through into the room. So maybe he was just waiting. I don't know.
I'm so confused on that because, like, I know at the end credits it was just Thor and Loki in the room. They killed everyone. Everyone's sitting on the floor. You know, they've probably cleared the whole ship, and then just here's Hulk out of nowhere. Like, how do you miss something that big? He's the biggest thing on the
Uh,
ship.
honestly, I bet you
We'll talk
somebody.
about what?
I bet you somebody clearly missed him. Somebody screwed up. So
Still, why didn't anyone call him out whenever, like, there was so much room right there. He definitely could have been Saul from like a mile away running at Thanos to tackle him, but none of the Black Order called it out.
I think they just wanted Loki to quote the Avengers.
It just, yeah, I know. He didn't quote it right either.
Well, close enough. It's like kind of poetic the way they did it.
Iron Man's like, we have a Hulk. And Thor's, and Loki's like, we have the Hulk.
Eh, close enough. I can see what they're going for.
Must say, I'm kind of disappointed in that fight, too.
It was short, but it really established that Thanos is powerful. Because of course we haven't really got to see much of it, but he kicked the crap out of the Hulk.
But the thing I don't understand is that the Hulk in the MCU has been shown to have. He's the same as he is in the comics. He's not like the 2003 Hulk where as he gets angry, he grows in size. No, this one, as he gets angry, he gets stronger.
Yeah.
They showed it off in every movie he's in, pretty much, besides Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron didn't really show it off to me that well, but
I don't think they did show it.
Age of Ultron showed off other aspects of the character, I will say.
Like, especially Bruce Banner.
Well, like, when he calmed down, he was able to get knocked out.
Yeah.
He calmed down, that's when Tony beat him. If he didn't calm down, he would probably have been still fighting.
Yeah.
Incredible Hulk, obviously, he got stronger, and that's how he beat Abomination, because he got angry enough to save everyone. In Avengers, he seemed to get angrier as time went on, but he did it with a smile. And then
yeah.
We only have him for like 5 seconds in this movie, but it's like, it's interesting because Hulk's like literally the embodiment of rage and anger and frustration. There's all suddenly like he fights Thanos, he's winning at the start, and then
he just gets the crap kicked out of him.
He gets scared, and that's when he's shocked. He doesn't know what to do, and that's when Thanos beats the shit out of him.
I found that entire opening to be really interesting because throughout the MCU, the Hulk has been built up as being one of the strongest characters. Like, even in Thor Ragnarok, Bruce Banner's access code was strongest Avenger to the Quinjet.
Well, yeah,
and
I know that.
We see him lose, and we see him actually seem to get scared of Thanos in the beginning of this movie. So it's really good to establish how powerful Thanos is as a villain.
To me, there's no consistency throughout the movie when it comes to Hulk and stuff, and throughout the films, because
for any character, there's not much consistency on their power level.
The thing is that, one, Tony puts up a better fight one-on-one with Thanos than Hulk does. He makes Thanos bleed, and Thanos has like 4 Infinity Gems when they're fighting. On the other hand, Thanos has 1 when him and Hulk fight, and Thanos doesn't even use it.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, he had a lot of armor and stuff on too, but
still.
The thing is, to me though, it's like in Thor Ragnarok, it was such an even fight. I don't care if anyone's saying what, because like we don't know what would happen, because it's not to say Thor might not have killed Hulk there, because like Hulk was getting angrier, because first when the fight started, Thor wasn't trying in Thor Ragnarok, and that's
he wasn't.
And Hulk didn't even seem that angry. He kind of seemed like he was having fun because he was like taunting and stuff as he was doing it. And then that's when Thor got serious. And then Hulk got angry and Hulk overpowered Thor. And then that's when Thor unlocked his lightning. And then from there, Hulk was just taking punches and getting up right away, like from the lightning hits. And he was just getting up right away. He kept getting angrier. And who knows? He could
stronger and stronger.
Exactly. And he could have got to the point where he could have been evened up with Thor at that point. You know, you never know, because he wasn't getting knocked out. He just kept getting up right away, and he kept seeming angrier.
Yeah.
I'm saying they didn't present that in this at all to me. You're telling me this guy who jumped on a giant demon-looking thing that looks like Satan and tried to attack him, and then he got thrown off, and he went more. But he gets scared whenever Thanos grabs his hands.
He got scared when Grimace punched him.
I'm just saying, I rewatched the scene because you know how people record scenes and then post them online.
Yeah.
I rewatched the Hulk and Thanos fight. He didn't seem super angry when they first started fighting. When he had Thanos overpowered. As
Yeah.
soon as Thanos grabbed his arms, dude, you see his face become fear, and then Thanos punched him. And he became shocked, and that he couldn't counter. He didn't throw a punch after that, pretty
He
much.
didn't. He didn't even try to protect himself or anything.
Like, and that's why he's not coming out because he's probably all like self-esteem all down, stuff like that, because he got beat. But it's like
Yeah.
maybe if he would have got angrier instead of became pussyfied, because like you could see they showed in his face he got scared, and that does, to me, I feel like if he would have kept getting angrier, he would have put up more of a better fight. I still think Thanos should have won. I do think that's what they should have did, but I don't think that's how the fight should have went, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If Iron Man could put up a better fight in a one-on-one, like no,
With
no,
a pretty weak looking suit, because I mean, he kind of got it broken at some points.
yeah, and it was like, nah, I don't like how they treated Hulk there. Not consistent at all to me either.
It
I
seems like
don't.
they didn't make any characters that they should have made powerful. They didn't keep that consistent at all.
No, I know the MCU is known for depowering its characters to make it more realistic, but still, I mean, because I mean, I guess you can't. Some of these characters in the comics are ridiculous, so I mean, I guess you can't do some of the stuff. Like if Superman was in the DCU doing some of the shit he did in the comics, like no.
Yeah, there wouldn't be a Justice League. Steppenwolf would show up and they'd probably kick the crap out of him.
No, even Superman kicks shit out of him in the comics too. But I'm just saying though, I don't know. I didn't like that what they did there. And Thanos is the Mad Titan, but he's still not on par with the gods unless he has the Infinity Gauntlet. But he didn't even use that in the Hulk fight, and that's still what pisses me off. Which the ending was pretty cool though. And Thanos, he shot all the Infinity Stone power he had at once at Thor, and the Stormbreaker was able to break it.
Stormbreaker, that thing was awesome.
That thing broke through all of it. And by the way,
It didn't even quote unquote flinch. I mean, it's inanimate. It can't flinch, but you get what I'm saying.
it went all the way through the full power of the Infinity Gauntlet and hit Thanos.
And Thor drove it through him, which was awesome.
It should aim for the head.
Shut up.
But no, I'm like, and by the way, hands down, Thor's probably my favorite character in this movie.
I heard going into the movie that like Thor and Thanos had the most screen time out of anyone. That is definitely true.
Definitely, yeah. Thor had a very big arc in this movie.
And that's the thing I like that they were able to do, because like even with Iron Man, after his trilogy ended, they still proved that there was more they could do with his character. And then after Thor's trilogy ended, once again, they proved there was more they could do with his character.
Honestly, he's better now than he ever was.
Oh yeah, because I mean he was awesome at the end of Ragnarok, but he is just amazing in Infinity War.
Like they're finally powering him the way he should be, and they're still depowering the Hulk. But I'm just saying. And by the way, I'm still happy they introduced the Stormbreaker. Like I don't know, I knew what the Stormbreaker was prior to this movie because he used it in an animated series where he fought the Hulk, and then he also used it sometimes in comics. And it was the one that I don't know if you've ever seen Planet Hulk, the animated movie. But
I've probably seen clips of it or something.
But Beta Ray uses something similar to it. So it's like I knew what the Stormbreaker was, and I was so happy that he got the Stormbreaker in this movie.
And it was definitely a powerful weapon. And Peter Dinklage made it.
Dude, everyone was making fun of that so much.
It's the one time we're gonna see Peter Dinklage taller than everyone else.
I just though, like everyone's saying that every time there's got to be a dwarf in a movie, it's always Peter Dinklage.
Or someone who's short, like played off for comedy. Like I've seen that multiple times. It's Peter Dinklage.
I don't even know because I was like over my brother. I'm like, isn't that Game of Thrones right there?
Even if they remade Austin Powers, which I'm not saying it's a good idea. If they recasted Mini-Me, I bet you it would be Peter Dinklage.
I don't even know anymore, dude. Just wait till he gets old and they can't use him anymore. They'll have to find a new one.
Oh god.
Also, on the topic of Thor, there was something weird they did with this movie that didn't make sense to me, and I kind of thought it too. And then some other critics said it in their reviews, which made me go, "Yeah." So, what was the point of making him lose his eye in the end of Ragnarok just for him to get a new one in this movie?
I think they wanted Ragnarok to be like, they wanted the end to be more intense, but then the Russo brothers were like, "Yeah, we didn't like that, so we're gonna retcon it."
That just didn't make sense to me because, like, why get rid of the eye of all? I thought, I'm kind of glad he has two eyes. I think he looks cool with two eyes, but like, bro, like, it was kind of badass with him at the eye patch and stuff, and it was good too because he's like taking over for Odin. It really gives him like an Odin feel, and
It
like,
makes him actually look like Odin because they're missing the same eye.
and it's just like, nope. They're like, you got an eye back, and it's robotic.
Magical eye. I knew that. Okay, on the figure they made for Thor, he has a blue eye and a green eye, and I thought that Hasbro screwed up, but no, there's a reason for it.
You gotta them Hot Toys, dude. They spoiled the movie.
They did, but I'm surprised Lego didn't spoil anything.
They spoiled some for Jurassic World.
That's true, but surprisingly, they didn't do it for Infinity War.
No,
I was counting on it to happen.
I'm like, I don't know. It was just why'd they do that with the eye? That was so weird. But I will say I love Thor's arc in this movie because like he's lost everything. Like he has nothing.
Like everything he ever had. Nothing. He has nothing anymore.
Asgard's gone. All the Asgardians are dead. He watched his brother get his neck snapped. He watched his dad die. His sister's dead. Like everyone's dead, and all it's left is for him to kill Thanos or just die trying.
Yep.
So I guess he didn't give up on life, but like, what's he gonna do after he kills Thanos? Because that's basically what his goal is right now.
That's what's keeping him going. Even after he killed Heimdall, like he promised he would die for it, and after Thanos dies for it, what's Thor gonna do?
Some more Avengers 4 set photos I forgot to bring up shows Loki and Thor side by side, and Thor has his long hair. So again, it takes place during Avengers. So obviously he would have his long hair, but I don't know. I'm curious on where time's gonna be set back and what's gonna happen. Maybe all the Asgardians come back.
I hope
they don't reset everything. I hope they don't reset like all the way completely.
Like before that, they wouldn't redo everything. Like they wouldn't just magically use the time stone to bring everyone that died back. Because that really, it doesn't feel like anything's at stake if you do that.
Well, that whole scene there, though, that was major. Like, what happened to the Infinity Gauntlet?
Oh God,
because that looked like that was like someone said a one-time thing. Like it was destroyed. I thought it became part of his hand, to be honest. Because like he was still wearing it at the end of the movie.
He was, yeah. I don't know what happened to it.
It still feel worked.
Like okay, so when they were talking about the Infinity Gauntlet, Peter Dinklage was talking about how Thanos made him design something that he could use to harness the power. I think he just wanted to harness it, but it didn't matter what happened after he used it. So the Infinity Gauntlet probably couldn't take it, so it probably just did what it did.
It's weird though. It was still working. Like he was able to activate a portal.
That's true. He still did.
So I'm not sure what's going on there. We did almost see him die.
The movie.
What?
Where was he at the end of the movie? I couldn't tell where he was.
I'm not sure. I suggested someone maybe he went to Titan and he used the Reality Stone to make it look brand new.
That would actually make a lot of sense.
That's what I said, someone, but I'm sure there's someone that like there's somewhere out there where they actually confirm that, and then people are gonna be like, "Oh, you fucking dumbass!" Oh, I'm like, dude, it's not like when the Guardians showed up and it said fucking space. I'm like, you don't know where he's at.
Yeah.
But again, I suggested he probably just made Titan look good as new or something.
Or made one part of it look as good as new.
Maybe. I don't know. He looked very happy sitting in a cabin.
Because at the end of the movie, Iron Man and Nebula were still on Titan.
very interested on what he was doing too, because it was like he didn't go back to his ship and sit on a throne. He just went and he's by himself now in like a cabin.
I thought it could have been like somewhere close to Wakanda or something like that, but no, that doesn't really make any sense. If it's on Titan, that would actually make a lot of sense given the context of the scene.
I mean, Thanos is interesting because besides the mass genocide he's doing throughout the movie, he doesn't kill people unless he really like has to. Like it's not like he wants to kill people just to kill them. Because like when Captain America was holding him back, he could have snapped his neck or something right there. Instead, he just punched him down.
When he was fighting Iron Man, he literally grabbed Tony's head. He could have easily done something to him right there, but he didn't.
Hell, he had like the full Infinity Gauntlet. He could have just killed everyone at the end there when he came to Earth and was trying to get to the Mind Stone. He could have just started killing people off with the Infinity Gauntlet, but he chose not to.
He could have immediately slaughtered everyone there and then snap his fingers.
It was almost like he has a side of him that doesn't want to kill innocent people, and then like I believe he just snapped his fingers and it was random who died and who didn't. He didn't
Except for him, because I think it wouldn't have chosen him. So for the most part, it was random.
Obviously, but everyone else, like, because I doubt it would kill the owner, but it's like everyone else was at random.
Yeah.
Which I will get onto that scene because that scene was fucked up. But I'm just saying that I'm curious what they're gonna do in the next movie too, because again, they're time traveling, and then someone asked me, they're like, well, how is Tony gonna get back to Earth? And I'm like, people must forget that Nebula crashed a ship into Thanos. I'm sure that ship still somewhat works.
And if not, she could probably still find one that she can fly.
Well, she could probably fix it too. Who knows what she has on her? Rocket always has
true. And she is an android.
That and Thor can like teleport. I mean, Thor traveled to Earth, so
that's true.
That dude, when Thor showed up, that scene was crazy.
My theater, like I swear to God, I could hear people clapping. I wasn't, because I was like, that's the height of everything going on, but there were people clapping.
Dude, that was and then that was the Avengers theme started playing when he showed up. Like you knew shit was real.
Oh yeah.
The whole Wakanda battle, like someone said, Wakanda just felt like a cameo. Black Panther felt like a cameo in someone else's movie.
He really did. I mean, I thought Wakanda was going to be very, very, very important, but no, they just needed a place to take Vision so they could get the stone out. Like I thought there was going to be a lot more to do with Wakanda.
I mean, at least they kind of, when he was there, they at least kind of showed off, because I guess that one chick that's really smart that was working on Vision, she apparently smarter than both Bruce and Tony. So I guess they kind of got to show that off. But I'm like, there was one thing cool. Whenever everyone was charging towards the monsters, and then Captain America and Black Panther just starts outrunning everyone, that was sick, dude.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Like, just, I don't know where Cap was, but he just started running up, and then this Black Panther and Cap just runs up ahead of everyone, just jumps right into it. I'm like, you know how, I don't know why, Black Panther is doing it probably just protects his people. Like, he jumps down, and he gets that explosion. But you got to think Captain America probably has so much vengeance and stuff built up in him. Very violent.
Yeah, he knows what's on the line.
He definitely, and like, he's just a really strong human with these shields, and he's just murdering these monsters. Like, I don't think Cap gets enough credit.
He should have been in the movie a lot more. He didn't feel that as important as I thought he would.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It was a little weird though how him, Scarlett Johansson, Scarlett Johansson. So Black Widow and Falcon were able to take out 2 members of Black Order by themselves, pretty much.
I called that scene though. I knew that's when Cap was going to appear.
Dude, we both called it. What are you talking about?
Well, that still includes me.
No, I didn't know. I didn't realize that. I knew Vision was going to be there too. I didn't realize that.
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch was going to be there too, even though she didn't really do much during that fight besides prior to it.
Yeah, when her and Proxima Midnight went crashing through into the train station, and I could immediately recognize the background, I'm like, oh my god, here we go.
That's interesting too, how their love angle literally gets like one movie and it still works better than Black Widow and the Hulk.
Yeah, like they hinted at it in Civil War, but it's actually there in Infinity War, but it actually worked really well.
I love the way Scarlet Witch was acting because like how'd you guys knew we were here or whatever, and they're like, oh, we've been watching you the past few years. I was like, wow, okay. Whenever they asked like how they showed up, they said they were still keeping watch of him because of the Mind Stone or whatever. And it's like,
And apparently he turned off his tracker or whatever, according to Tony.
yeah, but Cap and them still stayed on his ass apparently.
Well, that's probably because Scarlet Witch was there, and he knew that she's kind of a fugitive.
Yeah, she's a very important asset. So is Vision though, because he has the Mind Stone. But I don't think they really understand what the Mind Stone and stuff like that is, because Tony didn't know.
Yeah, and I think like the only time where Tony knew how important it was when he was getting it explained to him by Wong and Doctor Strange. But after
Exactly.
that, he never saw Vision again.
Did he see Vision the whole movie? No,
No, he
he didn't.
didn't. They
He didn't
never
see
made
Cap.
contact.
You never even seen Cap that whole movie.
Oh god, he spent the like most of the movie just away from everyone else.
Yeah, they were kind of just him and Spider Man were kind of getting their own little story arc throughout the movie, which I must say, glad they built that up. It made the ending that just much more effective, which when
Oh,
we get on that, dude.
oh god.
Um, but I don't know. Even Black Widow was like doing good in a 1-on-1 against some of the Black Order. I'm like, what the fuck?
She I didn't expect her to do as good as she did.
Yeah, I mean, like these normal humans are like just killing the Black Order like by themselves.
Like when they took out Ebony Maw, that makes sense because it wasn't really a fight of strength. It was more of like smarts and stuff like that.
Alien.
Yeah. When Peter said, "You ever see that real movie Aliens?" I'm like, "Oh my god, what are they going for?"
I know. I was wondering too. Is that just gonna be like a running joke where like every movie that is Peter just gonna be like, "Well, have you ever seen that old movie?"
Like, I
It's
mean,
just
in
the worst
Civil War,
movie.
he talked about Empire Strikes Back,
Yeah,
and
I
this one he
know.
talked about aliens.
Now they can talk about Alien because they own the rights to Alien or whatever.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, dude, I'm sitting here wondering now. I'm like, um, God, what movie? What is it? I'm trying to think. It has to do with Peter. Damn, I forget. We'll have to if I think about that. But I don't know. He's very interesting though. Again, I really kind of did like Spider-Man in this movie, and it was weird that God, why? Where the fuck are Hawkeye and Ant-Man?
I I really don't know where they are. I'm surprised like nothing happened with Hawkeye when everything was going down in New York because he would have known what was going on. I mean, Wanda and Vision knew, and they were in what, Switzerland or something like that.
I don't even remember. They were in some like poor country.
They were in Europe somewhere, but like Hawkeye would have known, and so would have Ant-Man.
I don't know. Let's hope they didn't get erased. Same with Captain Marvel.
Oh god, if Captain Marvel got erased, then everything Nick Fury did in the
I
end
know.
credits, that
Just
would have been for
imagine
nothing.
that. Next movie, they're like, yeah, she made a distress call, but she got erased, so we're
They're
fucked.
like, "Hey, where's Captain Marvel? I thought she was gonna be here." They look over, it's just a pile of dust.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know. Like, it's like you never know. Um, that kind of cliche where he was able to call out before he died,
yep,
which I did like the after credits because they did show how it affected more than the Avengers. Like they show that people outside the people disappearing will die. There was like
yeah.
planes crashing in the buildings and shit.
And the car crash, and no one was in
Yeah.
it.
But um, oh, the Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, I like a lot of people were saying, including me. I don't like what they did with Star Lord's character.
I It's very tough for me. Star Lord is my favorite hero. He's my favorite Marvel character. He's my favorite superhero in general. So it's very tough for me to say. Um, I found it interesting what they did with him. I can't say I hated it. I can't say I loved it. I found it interesting.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it. They just made him seem like a dick.
I mean, when Gamora made Peter promise that if she ever got caught by Thanos, that he would kill her. That scene was tragic. When he almost did kill her, that was tragic. And then,
Well,
like, when they catch Thanos, you can tell he just wants to know where Gamora is. Then he finds out that he killed her. It's like, oh my god.
well, it's like, what is going on throughout that? Like, they've kind of been off and on throughout the movies, and then just now out of nowhere, she's just in love with him, making out with him, and shit.
I feel like there's like they're really building on what happened at the end of Guardians 2 because they really made it seem like they were a thing. And 3 years or like 3 or 4 or something like that has passed. Technically, that took place in 2014.
Guardians 1?
Guardians 1 was 2014.
Yeah.
Guardians 2 was 3 months after that. So 2014, 15, something like that. So time has passed. So there must have been something in between, I guess.
Who knows? But I'm just saying, I don't know. And plus, like someone else said, wouldn't Drax make more sense to be the one that flips out and ruins it for everyone? Like he was pretty much the one that did earlier on when they were there with the reality. Whenever Thanos used the Reality Stone, he took Gamora.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever it came down to that fight, Star-Lord's the one that messes up for everyone instead of Drax. Drax actually like doing something
Drax
productive.
said something. I can't remember what it was, but I know he said something. But I thought for sure it would have been Drax because he's had it out for Thanos since the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, they had to do another Guardians of the Galaxy 2 where he finds out someone he loves dies and he flips the fuck out on him like he did with his dad.
Yeah.
It was so stupid. Why'd he like smack him with his gun? Why didn't he just shoot him in the face?
I have no idea, but I mean,
they're punching him. I'm like, at least shoot him if you're gonna hit him.
because he smacked him and then Mantis got her. It's like, oh my god, everything's falling apart.
It's all Star-Lord's fault, which I'm pretty sure when Doctor Strange said there's one way they'll win, one ending, I'm pretty sure the one way they'll win is if he gave the Time Stone up.
Okay, that was my biggest thing with like Star-Lord doing that and then Doctor Strange giving up the stone. Out of the 14.5 million or billion, I can't remember how many outcomes it was. I thought
it was like more in the thousands.
I can't remember, but out of all those outcomes, there's only one where they won. When Star-Lord hit Thanos and was getting all mad at him, like Tony said, okay, Peter, you gotta cool it. Doctor Strange didn't say anything. He knew that's what had to happen. When he gave up the Time Stone, he went against what he said at the beginning of the movie. When it comes down to you, the kid, or the stone, I'm picking the stone. He gave Thanos the stone. He knew that that's what had to happen in order for them to win. Even after he says that, Thanos goes away. He goes, "This is now the end game."
Well, what would they have even done if they got the glove off? Like Peter almost had it. Like what? Would one of them wear it? Because I feel like it would have almost destroyed one of them.
It probably would have killed them.
I mean, Doctor Strange might have been able to survive it. And then
he's been walking around with the Time Stone like right by his heart for
again though
years.
Star-Lord would probably be able to survive it since he's part God.
Well, a little bit. That's kind of like no good now after Ego's dead.
Yeah,
or something like that.
But you gotta think though that is still part of his like geno. Like a lot of people are saying, who knows? He might be able to still activate it temporarily or partly.
Yeah.
You never know though. But it's just like now he's immortal because his dad's dead. But like, I mean, he survived another Infinity Stone. So.
Yeah.
How's that work, anyways? His dad dies, so automatically he's not a god anymore. When Odin dies, Thor gets stronger.
Just like Celestial or something.
I don't know. When Odin dies, all I know is Thor gets stronger. That whole fight, that is actually one of the coolest fights in the MCU, and I'm glad Spider-Man got a big part of it. Magic with a kick.
I like that fight a lot.
Magic with a kick.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Like everyone was getting in on it too. I thought that fight was a lot of fun to see.
Everyone had a part. Even Manus got to do something during that.
Surprisingly.
Was Nebula even there prior to them trying to get the glove off? Like, was she helping that, or was she there after? Did she show up after they were trying to get the glove off?
I'm like 99% sure she was there after they were getting the glove off.
Okay, because I can't remember when she hit Thanos with a ship. All I remember is the most badass scene ever, where he like first he knocks out all the Guardians there somehow, and then
Like all three at once.
yeah, he hits them all three at once. I don't even know how. And then which I don't even remember how they woke up because like Star-Lord's shooting at him while he's trying to escape, and then dude, when he grabs the moon and throws it, I was like, holy shit.
That was crazy. And then later on, Tony said, "You're not going to throw another moon at me," or something like that.
No, he gets mad. He's like, you fucking throw a moon at me. And that's when he starts 1v1ing Thanos.
That's tense.
They almost held up against him better one-on-one than they did like all at once against him.
Surprisingly, because wouldn't they all have a better shot at beating Thanos than just Iron Man?
Yeah, I know.
With the damage,
Doctor Strange. But apparently he was too dumb to use the Infinity Stone and just kill them all. I mean, Doctor Strange's magic kind of protected him from it, but
yeah, I mean, even if Doctor Strange was dead, Thanos would still have a tough time getting the Time Stone.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, but he didn't have it in his locket thing or whatever at that point. But then I'm sure he still had a spell on it. He still had a spell on it.
Yeah.
But oh, dude, when Tony gets stabbed, that was crazy.
I lunged forward in my seat. I literally thought right there Tony was gonna die.
Dude, the whole theater went quiet. All you hear is one guy go, "What? Are you kidding me? What?"
Oh my gosh.
Dude, literally, our whole theater's quiet, gets stabbed, and someone just starts screaming, like almost crying. It was probably the guy. We had this one guy in the theater dressed up in a full outfit as Spider-Man.
Oh no!
I wish I could have got a picture with that guy. Dude, he literally, there was one guy in the theater dressed up as Spider-Man, like from head to toe. He was probably the one like going, "What? No, no."
Was it like the suit from Homecoming, or was it the Iron Spider suit?
No, it was like one of the old, it's like one of those Halloween costumes, Spider-Man suits from like, I think it was like the Sam Raimi one.
Oh gosh.
I'm like, I think it was like that one. I used to have the Venom costume, and that's all I had.
No.
I don't know. That was hilarious. We were all laughing. We were trying to hold it back so bad. But
when Black Panther like disappeared, my theater wasn't happy.
When Black Panther disappeared, I was just kind of like, okay, he wasn't really he was kind of a cameo in this movie, anyways.
when he was like moving towards the Okoye, like going, "This is no place to die, General," then he grabs her and starts disappearing. I'm like, oh my god, you just did what no one thought you would.
Obviously, he's going to be back. Like some people think the character's dead. If Black Panther dies, no way, because it's like he's going to be back because he's one of the biggest. He was like the second biggest moneymaker for
the thing Marvel. With that entire like sequence where they start disappearing. When you're okay, like now I know they're not really dead. They're just gonna come back in the next one, and we'll get into that when we talk about theories. But it's still sad to see like everyone just start dying one by one. And it's for me, it's every character I love except Cap.
It was definitely interesting because it was like the whole scene first, Thanos snapped his fingers, like he should have aimed for the head. And then that whole thing with Gamora, baby Gamora, I had no idea what was going on there.
I think it tied in a little bit to the speech she gave to him when Red Skull was there and he was about to get the Soul Stone.
Which, by the way, I forgot to mention, I'm so happy they showed Red Skull.
I found it weird, but I thought it was kind of cool too because Red Skull was they didn't use him enough in the first Avenger. But
it was so nice.
I feel like it was cool to see.
I hope they bring him back at some point again, honestly.
Imagine how awkward it must have been for the actor to be on set.
Yeah, I know. He hasn't been on the film for like 7 years?
Yeah, it's been a while.
If that was even the same actor, was it?
I believe it was, yeah.
Damn. I didn't even realize that was him at first. I was so shocked when he turned around. I thought it was Lady Death at first, like everyone else did.
That's what I thought. Like I thought it was gonna be her when you see someone in a cloak. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's her. And then when my friend turns to me and goes, "It's a Dementor," and I thought of I don't know if you watched The Office, but they made a joke about a Dementor one time, and I thought about that.
And then turns around, it's Red Skull, a Nazi.
And then that came out of nowhere.
You turn around and it's like, oh, it's just a Nazi.
Oh, it's a Nazi. Oh, dead
Oh,
Nazi in a cloak.
damn it, fucking Hitler. Anyway, so someone else had an interesting theory. Whenever he snapped his fingers and he went into that like red, just completely red area with Gamora, someone theorized maybe Gamora's in the Soul Stone.
Oh god, I don't think she is.
I don't know, because someone said maybe he temporarily was like in the Soul Stone when he used it.
I think I heard that too. He could have been.
And that's why he saw Gamora in there, because her soul's in there, and that's why it was all red and yada yada yada, you know.
I
mean, then he came back, it was destroyed.
If when he if he had gone, if we had seen him at that point later when everyone kind of disappeared, and you see like Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch there, if you happen to see them in the background, then it would have been like, okay, this is inside the Soul Stone. But at this point, it's like, is he there? Is he in some other realm or something?
Why he seemed so scared anyways after he did it? Like, Thor's like, what'd you do? What'd you do? And he just seemed terrified. Like, he was looking at his hand because the gauntlet was destroyed. I'm like, you got your thing, dude. Why are you so terrified? You were happy.
He's probably worried that he couldn't use the stones again.
But if he got what he wanted, you know, who needs them? All he needed them for was to do that, and then he was done with them after that.
Just snap his fingers. Whoop!
Exactly. Luckily, Thor didn't disappear. They got lucky with that one.
Yeah.
And Hulk's still there, even though if he's any useful or not. Hopefully, next movie of him.
All of the original Avengers. All the original Avengers are still there. I don't think anybody expected that.
Everyone pointed that out to me, that it's all the original Avengers. Honestly, I'm glad, too, that, which will probably help, because next movie's going to take place in the first one anyways. Scarlet Witch survived, didn't she? No, she disappeared. My bad.
No, yeah, she disappeared.
I just kind of wish... I'm hoping next movie, if Thanos and Hulk fight again, they at least actually make Hulk where he's, like, getting angrier and fighting as he gets angry.
And I think it'd be interesting, too, because, like, I mean, Hulk clearly had friends and allies that had quote unquote died. So if we see him get angrier and angrier, I think that'll make it a lot more emotional.
I don't know. I'm really interested on maybe Bruce will die or something, that Hulk will have to come out and save him or something. But I'm just curious.
Kind of like what happened in Ragnarok, just slightly.
Well, in the comics, Bruce has died before, but Hulk doesn't die. So like,
yeah.
Like, they buried Bruce, like, underground after World War Hulk, and he still came back because Hulk doesn't die. Bruce just died.
Yeah.
I don't know. Thanos seemed very happy. Like, Thanos seemed like someone at the end of the movie, like, he doesn't want to fight anymore. He just kind of seems like he wants to live his own life. Almost like
he wants to admire what he did.
Yeah, the only reason he fought in the first place to get his wish, and now that he's done, he doesn't need to fight anyone or hurt anyone anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, he, like, lost his whole army, so. I don't know. That was interesting. But he snapped his fingers. He looked very scared. Dude, when Bucky died, when Bucky disappeared, I was like, oh, shit.
When the screen went to white, I just thought to myself, oh, my God, what just happened? And then you see Thanos and Gamora when she was younger, and then it cuts back to everyone in Wakanda, and then Bucky's going up and he says Steve or whatever, and he disappears. I'm like, oh no.
Which, by the way, Bucky, I was a little disappointed because I was like, Bucky's one of my favorite characters in the MCU.
I was so looking forward to seeing Bucky in action, and you see it for like one scene, then he dies.
I mean, he got a cool moment with Rocket. But
he did, and I thought there was going to be something cool between them, but nope.
I thought the point of his arm, the way it was made, I thought it was like it was going to do the same thing Black Panther's suit does. Whenever he gets so much energy in it, he could just do like a force punch.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was going to happen, but he never shown it in the movie. He just shot a gun the whole time.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. I thought there was going to be something really cool between him and Rocket. I mean, there was one scene which was cool, but I feel like there could have been a lot more.
I hope he at least at some points used that arm for something other than just, like I hope that actually
other
has
shooting a gun.
No, I hope that arm has that ability I was talking about. Black Panther suit.
It probably does.
How much for the gun? Not on sale. How much for the arm? I'll get that arm. That was funny. I thought one of the funniest scenes when Thor's like, meet my friend, Tree. I am Groot. I am
I
Steve
am Steve
Rogers.
Rogers.
That's so Captain America, dude. Oh, what was it? Dude, when they all started dying, though, I was like, you notice how the only Guardian left is Rocket.
Rocket and Nebula, if you want to count her, but I don't know how to count her.
I'm just counting her. She's like her own like person.
Her own team. She's her own team.
Even Doctor Strange is gone. He's not even an Avenger in the movie.
Okay, the thing that really made me mad was, okay, before I talk about what made me mad, I gotta tell you this. My 4 favorite MCU heroes. Number 1 is Star-Lord, 2 is probably Cap, 3 is Doctor Strange, 4 is Spider-Man. You see Star-Lord, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange go all at the same time. That wasn't fun.
They all went so quick. Like, they all disappeared so quick. Besides, well, one, Doctor Strange just had to say, Tony, there was no way we won, or whatever like that. And then, what if he was being serious? Imagine that. But I don't think he was. Why did it take so long for Spider-Man to die? They're assholes for that.
One of my friends told me it might have been like something to do with spider sense, like he could feel it coming, but they didn't really establish that he had spider sense in Homecoming.
Yeah. Oh no, but they did in this movie with his hair standing up.
That's true. And also a little bit of when Doctor Strange and Iron Man were talking, then he swings down. He's like, "If aliens lay eggs in my chest, I'm sorry for eating you," or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like, well, he was already disappearing when he was talking about it. Like, you see his body's kind of somewhat starting to fall apart while he was like, as soon as he's like, I don't feel good.
Yeah, but that
it took him a while. That almost made me cry. I won't lie.
Oh man, that scene. Like, Star-Lord was already sad enough, and then the Spider-Man has to go that way. It's like, oh my god.
Well, at least Star-Lord and them went quick. Like, they were just gone. No, Spider-Man has to get his own like whole sequence. Like, they have to give him like, I literally watched a video. He had a 30-second death. Everyone else died in like 3 seconds. No, he had to get 30 seconds.
It was like 3 seconds for each person. It really didn't feel like that. It felt longer.
Why did Spider-Man get a whole 30? Like, I guess it's good they did that because that's probably gonna make Iron Man not only have more regret, like blame himself, but that's probably gonna make him more motivated in the next movie.
Like, the biggest thing with everyone dying, or quote unquote dying, other than Loki, Gamora, and Heimdall, it gives each character like a drive to want to defeat Thanos. Like Okoye lost, T'Challa, Cap lost Bucky. It seemed like War Machine and Falcon were pretty close. It's gonna give each character an emotional drive to want to defeat Thanos.
Even though Falcon's kind of partly the reason why
why
he got crippled in the first place.
Yeah, but whatever. We'll just ignore that.
Now they're good buddies. You broke my spine, but that's okay.
You broke my spine, but we're friends.
Anyways, dude, Iron Man, he's like, I don't feel good, dude. And he started falling down because his legs started disappearing.
And he pretty much hugged Tony right there. And when that happened, I was like, oh my god.
He was crying because, and dude, it was kind of interesting to look back at Homecoming because like Spider-Man tried to get a hug in Homecoming and he didn't give him one. He's like, I'm just opening the door for you. And then,
oh my god.
Now Tony's like actually holding on to him and like after he disappeared, he was like biting his hand. He looked like he was about to start crying.
Oh man, I didn't think about that Homecoming thing.
I did. I was like, while it was going on, I'm like, wow, look at the way Tony's kind of developed. Where like, you just like now he's like, maybe he went, Spider-Man was trying to get a hug and stuff from Tony. He felt like a father to him, and then just that all happened in front of Tony, and like Spider-Man was like, his legs were disappearing. He fell into Tony, and he was hugging him. He was crying. He's just a kid. He was scared. He didn't know what was going on. He was disappearing. He didn't want to die. What kid wants to die besides those emo ones? and Spider-Man 3, that Black Venom.
Oh God.
I'm like, seriously though, like, why would he? He didn't want to go. Like, and then he just fell into what was the closest thing to his father. Spider-Man's lost a lot of people. He lost Uncle Ben. I'm
Or
sure.
we can assume they never really mention an Uncle Ben, but
I'm,
let's
I'm,
assume.
I'm sure he lost an Uncle Ben. They didn't want to do the origin story again. Obviously, his
I mean,
parents were
I
gone.
feel like he must have because of the way he looks at Tony Stark. Because obviously he lost his dad and he lost Uncle Ben. So according to the way he looks at Tony Stark, like as such a father figure, he must have lost. There must have been an Uncle Ben that died.
He doesn't even have, Aunt May's all he has, and she wasn't there. So that's all he did was he fell in the arms of Tony, and eventually, at first, like, he hit the ground hard. I thought Tony like slammed him for a minute. I'm like, what the fuck? Then I realized that his lower body was just gone completely
Yeah,
because you could see him fading from the bottom up, like it's going up him.
it's like the same thing that happened to Bucky.
I'm like, I realized why he fell because like Tony just dropped. I mean, Tony had a stab wound and everything. He couldn't hold on to him because he just had nothing to stand on.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of sad to think about now. And like I said, back to the whole homecoming hug thing.
yeah. It's all really sad to think about it all.
They really did develop that relationship pretty well, I think, over the movies, kinda. There's
They
definitely some
did.
arc in there.
They did, and I I thought it was gonna be the other way around. Like I thought Iron Man was gonna die, and then Spider Man was gonna be all like, "Oh, now I want to kill Thanos."
Nebula was standing there though. She was just kind of staring at him like.
Nebula must have felt like so bad right there because she probably knows how big Peter was to Tony, and then
She
she's
didn't
kind of
know who they
standing
were.
there.
She didn't know who they were, so she probably didn't even care. She was
She
probably
could
just
probably
like,
pick up though. Like I mean, she probably felt a little jealous because at least someone had a father figure in their life.
yeah, that's a good point. That's actually a pretty good point now that I think about it.
And I'm pretty sure she says something to Tony afterwards, but I don't know if anyone can remember it because we just saw like all of her favorites die.
I don't know. All I remember is her just biting her hand and like looking like she was gonna cry. Like he would look like he was about to cry.
That scene was rough. That entire scene was rough.
Yeah, that was hard, dude. I mean, like, why couldn't Spider-Man got a quick death? Why did they have to make it so complicated?
They had to draw it out. Like, oh come on.
Dude, like no one else got that really long death. Like, dude, why didn't you do that with Bucky? You should have made Bucky and Cap have more moment.
They should have had a lot more than Bucky just saying Steve and then disappearing and Cap going over to his ashes. Like they should have done something a lot more with that.
I mean, I guess that's emotional because like Steve's lost Bucky so many fucking times.
He lost him in the first Avenger. He thought he had him back, but then also lost him at the end of Winter Soldier somewhat. The
He
whole river.
almost lost him again in Civil War.
And then he actually lost him this time. Like, seriously.
You gotta feel bad for him. Like, geez. And then Thor had nothing to lose. Everyone was just gone for him, anyways.
Except for Groot, maybe, because they built up something when they were out trying to create Stormbreaker.
He didn't even have that. What's her name anymore? The girl, the Earth girl he likes.
Oh, Jane.
Fuck. Why didn't they just keep that relationship going on? Yeah. Oh, but no one liked Jane, right?
Honestly, I didn't like her. It felt like Natalie Portman probably thought she was too good for the MCU.
Yeah.
That's just what I think about her at this point. I mean, she's acted in a lot of good stuff, but I'm just not too big on her.
He had nothing really left to lose, so I guess that didn't have the same emotional effect. But then again, he probably all he has left to really protect is like the Seven Realms and Earth, especially because Earth's the only other thing I know of that's accept to him as like
as like someone who will like how am I trying to put this?
Well, he has like
family. I swear to God, if it just kicked him from the call. I hope that didn't just screw it all up. Says it's still live, so hope it's still live.
Am I alive?
It says we're still live.
No,
I
no.
don't know.
Am I alive? Did that? Where'd that cut at? Where'd that cut at? Me talking.
Um. Oh fudge.
Was I talking about Hulk?
No, we were talking about what Thor has left to lose and how he has nothing left.
Oh, I said Thor doesn't really have much left to do, so I said it was really weird between, Bruce kind of standing there in the Hulkbuster suit. Him and Black Widow have like no relationship. They just randomly had that relationship there for whatever reason.
Like, I was kind of upset the way they did it. Like, I mean, Bruce showed up and Natasha was like, "Oh, look, he's there," but then they didn't even interact for the rest of the movie, which I feel like they were supposed to, judging by one of the trailers.
Black Widow had the weirdest reaction to the whole thing to me. Like, he was all sad. Bruce was kind of in the background, kind of sad, but I'm like, Scarlett's just standing there like about to throw up because Vision was dead.
Yeah,
like he's a robot.
But that was sad though to watch Vision literally die twice.
That scene was so fucked up.
Because
Scarlett Johansson, oh my fucking god, Scarlet Witch killed him, dude. She was like crying. She killed what she loved, and Thanos just got done killing Gamora. He's like, I know what it feels like to lose son. That could be not only, but he did say all of his race disappeared too. So So basically, he could be talking about, losing everything he had, including Gamora. And then he's just like, Scarlet Witch just watched him reset time and kill him again. Like, wow.
In the build-up to Age of Ultron, like 3 years ago, I mean, I was so excited to see Vision in the movie, and I actually saw him in the movie, and it was awesome.
I was very disappointed with him in this movie.
Leading up to Infinity War, I realized that I didn't really have a favorite female superhero, and it was kind of Scarlet Witch because I just thought she was so awesome. And you literally have to see her kill Vision, and it is so tragic. And then you see Thanos turn back time and kill Vision again, and Wanda has to watch it. It's kind of like, oh my friggin' ugh.
That scene was brutal, dude. I won't lie.
He literally ripped the stone out of his head. It's like, oh my god!
And she's like just a kid too. Like, she's not much older than Peter. She's only like 18, 19 in the movies.
She is fairly young.
God, everyone loses everyone. She had to watch, or she had to kind of witness Quicksilver die. And then,
she had to live with the fact that he was dead. And
then she had to live with the fact that she just murdered the person she loves, and then watch him come back to life, just get murdered again.
Yep.
Again, I'm wondering when they're going to bring Quicksilver back.
I hope they don't, because he's still one of the only MCU deaths that means anything.
I feel like at some point they will. I'm curious on if Loki. I know Loki's going to be back in the next movie, but that's time traveling, so I don't know what they're doing there.
He's going to be there in some form.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, it's so weird. I don't know. That scene was hard, and dude, right before that, it was very. They at least showed Captain America being Captain America, where he won't stop till he's dead, and they all got pushed aside. He jumped in. He was hidden. He hit the gauntlet of Thanos in the face. Thanos went which kind of proved all the theories wrong. This was Captain America just holding Thanos back.
Mm-hmm.
That was really the music.
Like, Thanos was like ripping through everybody. He was like, he deactivated Falcon's suit. He was like throwing the Hulkbuster back, and then you see Cap jump in and just hold the gauntlet back, and it's kind of like an oh my god kind of moment. Like, Thanos was so surprised, and then Cap was just trying to do what he does.
You know what's so odd about that scene? The whole time Thanos is walking, he just has this like the same expression on his face. He's not angry. He's not happy.
He's not determined.
He looks like sad. He literally just kind of has his mouth open, but kind of like downwards, like a frowny face, and then it's just eyes open. Like, he doesn't even like turn his head at all. He just uses the gauntlet and push people aside.
Yep.
Even when he goes to grab Cap, his face still looks like that all like depressed look. And then it gets more serious as, he pushed down harder and Cap keeps holding him back.
And then he punched his friggin' head. Oh my god.
But he survived.
He did survive, but I thought in that moment Cap was gonna die.
I still don't know how Cap didn't avoid that punch because like he can see faster than a bullet can shoot. That's how he can dodge bullets. I'm
Yeah.
like I'm like they've never really made that power clear in the comics to me, where he can see a bullet moving. Because I'm like his reflexes. I'm like I feel like he should have been able to dodge Thanos' punch there, unless he just chose not to.
I don't think he really he probably didn't want to.
I don't know. He was just like that scene was crazy to me. Like I love Captain America. That was very interesting with him. He was holding him back. The only audio was like the very depressing music and just him screaming.
Mm-hmm.
That was a very good scene they put together. Just the whole thing. And then when he gets all the stones and all you see is just lightning hit him, I'm like, damn.
When he literally rips out Vision's stone and he puts it in the gauntlet, it's kind of like this moment of, oh my god, the Avengers, the friggin' Avengers just lost.
I know it's very nice to see a movie where the villain finally wins.
I mean, it's very sad to see. It's unexpected, but it's such a crazy moment to think like, oh my god, our heroes just got their asses handed to them.
You know, we've been talking about the end of the movie a lot. We haven't really talked about the first and second act much.
What is there to talk about?
Well, first off, I don't know. I thought the action was there like the whole time. Like there was so much action in the movie. I thought the New York fight was pretty decent. It felt like more of a classic Avengers fight, like from one of the other movies. While the fights at the end felt like fresh to me. That fight in New York, that was a pretty good fight. I thought that whole scene was interesting because like everything's happening, and Tony's talking to Pepper Potts, and then like whenever he leaves, you know, even when all this going on, they're still trying to save people.
Yeah.
You see them stopping to help people get out of their cars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man jumps in, which that whole thing was weird to me because he's like, Ned, I need a distraction. Ned turns around, just like, there's a spaceship. Like,
oh my god, we're all gonna die! And the Stanley cameo.
Like, he just turn around and see it and already just know what it was.
I think like he turned to Peter and like he was about to be like, oh yo, what do you need, Peter? And then he saw a spaceship. He's like, oh my god, a spaceship.
Stanley, like you said, he's like, you never seen a spaceship before?
You've never seen a spaceship before? I was wondering what his cameo was gonna be, and I thought it was pretty funny.
After they revealed what he is in the Guardians too.
Oh, he's one of the, I can't remember the word. I know there's a word, but he's a helper to the Watchers.
I know. I was like, he was in a spacesuit.
Yeah, he was talking about being a FedEx guy.
Oh my god. No. Also, what happened with the whole Ant-Man thing at the end of Homecoming? Does she just not care that Peter's Spider-Man, or? Like she chill with that now? Like are we
clearly
cool?
It seems like she wasn't that upset that he was Spider-Man, because you see him with the suit, you see him like swinging around. Like, so I don't know.
I wonder what else she found out too. Like, it's not actually college, Aunt May. I'm actually an Avenger.
Yeah.
I'm really curious. I hope Homecoming 2 kind of, you know, talks about that stuff. Like they don't just leave that blank. Because
I mean, Spider-Man 3. At the end of Spider-Man 2, you have Mary Jane finding out that oh, why am I drawing a blank? That Peter's Spider-Man. And they actually talk about it like it's a problem in the third one. I hope they do that with Homecoming 2.
We'll see though, because Homecoming 2 has a bit of time away, doesn't it?
When even is that movie coming out?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure sometimes after Avengers 4. Next is Ant-Man and Wasp. We still have that coming out this year.
I'm actually excited for that one because I enjoyed the first Ant-Man quite a lot.
I'm curious when that's going to take place.
I feel like it's going to be right after Civil War, I think. And the end credit scene is probably going to have something to do with Infinity War.
I don't know. I don't know what all movies are coming out between this one and Avengers 4. I think it's just Ant-Man and the Wasp and Captain Marvel.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, and then we have Avengers 4.
I think Homecoming might be coming out after that. I can't remember.
It might be Guardians 3 actually, because the woman that plays Mantis, she said they start filming soon for that or something.
God, they never get a break.
Oh no, they never do.
I know, like you got Chris Pratt. He's over here. As soon as he gets done doing Marvel, he has to do Jurassic Park and shit.
Like he's going Marvel to Jurassic Park, Marvel Jurassic Park.
Dude, he's in some of the biggest money movies of all time. Like he's got so much credit.
Like I think when it comes to money, that dude has no problem with it.
Oh, Tony, I'm sure Iron Man makes the most of anyone.
He has top billing for like every movie he's in other than Civil
Exactly.
War.
And you know he only made like 500,000 for the first Iron Man.
Seriously? Well,
Yeah,
he wasn't really that well of an or that much of a loved actor at the time.
not just that, Iron Man. They didn't even know if Iron Man was gonna work.
They took a character that wasn't really well known, like as much as say the Hulk or something like that, and they took a big chance.
I know that's kind of crazy to think about. Thanks to Iron Man, the whole MCU is going on right now.
If that movie didn't do well, we wouldn't be here right now.
No, it'd probably be like a DCEU thing.
Ew.
They had a good start there. I don't know how they messed it up. Let me think. Also in second act, the whole scene with Thor going with Rocket, then get the Stormbreaker. That was the only scene that Groot kind of got a moment.
He didn't get much. Like he was playing Defender for most of the movie.
Yeah, I thought that was a weird kind of story, like side story in the movie. Like his arc was that he was playing video games because he's a teenager, and you know how we're no good. We just play video game stuff all the time, and it makes our minds mush. Goo.
Yeah, we just sit there with our PS Vitas or whatever, playing our Defender. Like, oh yeah, all players do that.
Video games take us over. That's all it was. And then eventually he's like takes off the video game. He helps make the Stormbreaker, which that whole scene was very cool, by the way, with Thor turning on the star and then taking the full power of it.
That was cool. When you see like what is actually harnessing the power of the star, I'm like, oh, this is gonna break, and Thor is gonna have to hold it together, isn't he? But they still made it so intense that it worked, even though I knew it was coming.
Well, obviously he was gonna make it through. I mean,
oh yeah, they can't kill him off yet.
It's still cool, and Groot only got like one other moment, two other moments the whole movie. When Thanos was coming to get the Mind Stone, he used his powers to hold Thanos back for like a second, which he got more. Other than Captain America, in that scene, he's like the only other person that got that much offense on Captain America. I mean, on Thanos. You know, Cap actually hit him and held his hand back while Groot held him with the tree. Everyone else just kind of got hit with the Infinity Stone.
Everyone was going at him, and then he was just screwing up whatever they were using.
He used like every stone in that scene. God, I remember when he
interesting to see.
When he used the reality stone and he turned Drax and them into blocks and stuff. I was like, wow.
And then he turned Peter's whatever
I'm gonna say like bullets.
There's probably a word for it, but his bullets he turned to bubbles. It's all kind of weird to see him use the reality stone.
Yeah, it was weird though at the end. He's just like, you get the Mind Stone, or not the Mind Stone. He's like, you get he's like he used like every stone in that scene.
Except the Mind Stone, because that was still in Vision's head.
Yeah, I mean he might have not used the Soul Stone. I don't know, but I'm like, I saw the blue one activate, I saw the purple one activate, I saw the red one. I'm pretty sure activate for a minute, like the Time Stone, the reverse time. I feel like Scarlet Witch might be able to beat him in a one-on-one.
I feel like
he was holding him back.
Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch could probably all take down Thanos.
Yeah, Doctor Strange could. Thor could probably kill Thanos in a one-on-one. The Stormbreaker was going right through the Infinity Gauntlet's full power.
Like he had all the stones at that point, and he was giving everything he could to Stormbreaker, and it snapped right through it.
That was crazy. I was like, damn. I thought wow, like they really show much of what God Thor is. Like you didn't think he would get any more powerful after Ragnarok. They really made him feel more powerful. Though he got whooped pretty bad at the beginning of the movie, obviously.
Yeah.
He took like a pipe and started hitting Thanos so he didn't kill the Hulk. Like, what? um, what was it? Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff in this movie. This movie ain't perfect. Obviously, there's flaws in it. Some
Yeah.
characters didn't get shine. Wakanda felt like a cameo. Um, all the Guardians of the Galaxy died except Rocket, which that was Groot's other moment when he died.
That was sad to see all the Guardians die, because Guardians of the Galaxy is my favorite one, and they all die right there. Well, except Gamora, because she was already dead.
I'm kind of happy that they gave Thanos a lot of backstory, a lot of character in this movie too.
They made Gamora feel actually more important to the plot, because in the other movies we've seen her in, she's kind of there to progress other characters. She doesn't really get a story herself, but they actually they gave her a story in this one.
Nebula kind of got some moments too, but she didn't. I don't know. It definitely Thanos felt like a character that took 6 years to build up for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, next movie though, I'm kind of hoping that either Nebula. Now, a side of me kind of wants Thor to kill him.
I don't even know. I don't know who's gonna kill him at this point. But if it's either Thor or Nebula, I think that'll be the most fitting.
I mean, Thor, Nebula, even Tony would kind of make sense, I guess.
But if we're looking at it like the way, like, oh, they all, like, Thanos took away everything from him, and like same with Tony, like he took away Peter from him. Like, if we're looking at it that way, almost every character could have a reason to kill Thanos, other than like Groot and
we don't even know if Pepper Potts survived.
I have a feeling she didn't. I have a feeling.
But then again, they'll probably be back in time the whole next movie, so who knows?
Yeah.
Again, I really did enjoy the movie though, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite Marvel movie though. I would say it's probably my favorite Marvel experience, like in theater.
I still don't have a score to give it yet. I still don't know where I stand with it in my ranking of the MCU.
It was really good. It wasn't perfect. It was probably more of like a 8.5 out of 10, maybe close to a 9. I'm not sure how I'd rank it just yet either. It was still really enjoyable. The action was great. The effects were great. Thanos is amazing. They had a really good, enjoyable story. I like the final battle. You know, the deaths were brutal. I'm not talking about the ones at the end. I'm talking about like
Heimdall and Loki, like the ones that actually are dead.
Yeah, but there's stuff that doesn't make sense. Like there's stuff like inconsistencies. Like why did Hulk not do a better job? You know, like, and then Thor's eye, that still bothers me. I'm like, so it's like, I don't know, there's stuff there they probably could have did better. I think overall though, it was still a really good movie. I think it was definitely worth the wait. I'm curious when they're gonna reveal the next movie's thing though.
I would say by the time Infinity War is out of theaters, they'll probably reveal it. But Black Panther, when I went to see Infinity War, they were still playing Black Panther.
Yeah, but that movie's still making pretty good bucks. So I mean, probably.
I would say after I rewatch Infinity War, because I'm probably gonna see it again, I'll finally know where I stand with it. But I don't know if I want to watch this movie again.
I mean,
I can't take that last scene.
The problem with it is the first time you watch it, it's more like it's the hype. It's your first time viewing it. You don't know what's going to happen. I went into this movie very clean on spoilers, unlike Age of Ultron and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a better experience. I didn't know who was going to die and who wasn't and stuff like that. And then I also like the second viewing usually is more of a critical viewing. Because you know what's going to happen, you can actually sit there and you can watch the movie from more of a critical standpoint.
You can actually think about it.
Yeah. You know, you're not just hype train the whole time. Also, real quick, I forgot to mention, did anyone expect that to be where the Soul Stone was? No one called that.
To be honest, I thought maybe Hawkeye had it. I thought maybe Iron Man had it. I even joked that in the Stan Lee cameo, he would just show up to the Avengers and he'd be like, "I've had this thing for about 10 years. Is this important?"
That would that would tick people off though. At least it gave.
I did not expect it to be where it was.
I don't think anyone called that at all.
I mean, I feel like it's okay. It's probably the most important Infinity Stone. That's why it was there. That's why it hasn't been addressed since But like, what am I getting here? It hasn't been talked about at all outside of this movie.
I think I mentioned it in another movie a little bit, didn't they? I think Guardians of the Galaxy.
They were talking about the 6 Infinity Stones, but they never outright talked about the Soul Stone. It was more like the Power Stone.
I'm like, I don't know. I was kind of wondering. I'm like, well, maybe they're lying about Adam Warlock not being in the movie. Maybe he'll actually be in the movie, and then it'll be there.
Maybe.
But no, it's at Vormir.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is Vormir?
Magic planet, I guess. I don't know.
That has Red Skull guarding it, apparently, looking like Lady Death.
Maybe it was Lady Death, but she just felt like dressing up as Red Skull for Halloween or something.
Maybe they replaced Lady Death with Red Skull, and now because Disney's for gay rights, they're gonna have them,
Oh God. Are you talking about there being something between Thanos and Red Skull? Because that would actually make me vomit.
Oh, dude, that. I don't know. What other thoughts would you like to mention about Infinity War? Like, what else would you like to talk about?
I can't really think of anything else.
There's definitely still stuff I'm sure I could think about talking about. I'm not sure. I can't really think right now because we've talked about so much, broken down so much about this movie, but there's so much you can go on about because this movie gives you a lot of stuff to talk about. But it's almost something you have to rewatch again for a critical standpoint rather than a hype standpoint.
Even though I know I'm gonna rewatch it at some point, but I kind of don't want to.
I mean, I'm sure I will too. I've watched Age of Ultron a few times and the first Avengers like a million times. Definitely a really good movie. I'm glad the villain won for once. I didn't think that Thanos would get all the stones by the end of the movie.
I didn't think he would either. I thought he would get close, but then they would stop him. But no, he got them all.
They really pulled a Thor Ragnarok by CGI and stuff out like they did in Thor Ragnarok's trailers.
Yeah, they had to do that a lot with the trailers because they showed a lot of the bridge scene when they were advertising it. But then at that point, Thor already lost his eye.
And then in this movie, it's it only showed 2 stones, and then in the scenes where it is, he had 5, 4 of them,
when he was holding, when Cap was holding the gauntlet, at that point they only showed 2, the ones we know he had. But then in the movie, he had the 5 that he had at that point.
And he still didn't use any of them against Cap. Well, he did, but not at that point. He used one prior to that on Cap.
Yeah.
Cap took an Infinity Stone and survived.
Well, I mean, he is Captain America.
Yeah, people don't give him enough credit. I mean, he is on some super steroid shit, and he survived over 100-some years and nothing but ice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really curious on how far back they'll go too. Because someone's theorizing they'll go all the way back to Captain America, the first Avenger, in the next movie.
I don't think they'll go that far. I think probably as far as the first Avengers.
Well, because that's where the whole thing with the Red Skull happened, the first stone.
That's true.
Some people were thinking maybe they'll go that far back. I don't know. I'm curious. Next movie, if the title's that really big of a spoiler, I don't know what the title could be. If they're time traveling and stuff, I don't know. Just everyone's like, "Oh, Secret Wars, Secret Wars." I'm like, I don't know because I don't really know much about Secret Wars.
They're gonna call it Avengers. Everyone's still alive except Loki, Gamora, and Heimdall.
God, imagine if those were permanent deaths, dude.
I can see Loki and Heimdall being permanent because they are dead. Heimdall got stabbed, Loki got strangled. But if how many ever deaths were at the end, if those are permanent and they kind of just go after Thanos and don't address those anymore, I'm going to be very upset.
I was very interested on a stone being broken, by the way. I was shocked they actually, because in the comics, I don't think the stones can be destroyed.
I don't know if they can be. I want to read that the Infinity Gauntlet.
Somewhere in the comics it says that the stones can't be destroyed, and there's Scarlet Witch destroying them.
Well, she is Scarlet Witch. She's one of the most powerful in the MCU, even if they haven't shown it yet.
But in the comics, though, it's like, yeah, you know, the stones can't be broken, not even by each other. You know, like if Thanos wanted to destroy the stones in the comics, I don't think he could have.
Yeah.
Even if he used the power of them on themselves.
It wouldn't have done anything.
No. Also, they could replace Gamora because in the original, in the concepts for Guardians of the Galaxy, one of the Guardians is supposed to be Nova.
Really?
Yeah, and then they said they're working on Nova's one of the characters that might get a movie at some point here before too long.
I would be very excited to see a Nova movie. I think that'd be awesome.
I'm still waiting for my World War Hulk movie, personally.
I don't think they're gonna do another Hulk movie, like just solo.
Well, that's not a solo movie though.
That's true.
World War Hulk's like all the Marvel characters.
I don't know if they could use the World War Hulk, like the name.
I don't know if they could just even do that storyline at this point because they already did Planet Hulk and they kind of already did it in a way where it's like, well, that won't work. I doubt they're ever going to have it where Hulk fights everyone. I don't know. I would love to see that, but I think the only way they can do that is if they animate it like they did Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
Which is a great animated movie. I don't know. Again, like I said, anything else you want to talk about with Avengers Infinity War or Avengers 4? I don't know if you've seen those set photos yet. You might want to look them up for yourself.
I'll probably do that later, but I actually have a theory about Avengers 4. So I believe in the storyline Infinity Gauntlet in the comics. When Thanos snaps his fingers and everyone that dies, I'm pretty sure they're all contained like in the Soul Stone. So I have a feeling it's gonna happen like that in the movie because the Soul Stone took 10 years to find. So like it's gonna have that power. Once they get to Thanos and kill him, somebody there, probably Wong, because if he died, they would have showed it. He's gonna tell them that they need a sacrifice in order to bring everyone back. So either Cap or Iron Man, or less likely, but maybe Thor will sacrifice themselves to bring everyone back.
I mean, Thor's contract's supposed to be ending, so who knows?
But there's a lot of interest in a fourth Thor movie.
There is, but I know his contract's supposed to be going out apparently, unless he re-signed. That he has nothing left to lose anyways, so.
I think he's probably going to resign, but it's probably Captain America because he's even like Chris Evans has even said that he's done after Avengers 4.
That is true. I'm curious too on how they filmed a big funeral scene for Avengers 4.
I wonder. I hope it's probably hopefully
Vision.
at the end of the movie.
I feel like I don't know though. I kept saying I wonder if it's Vision.
Oh God. If it is, like, okay, I could see it being either like Captain America because he died, like to bring everyone else back. I could see it maybe being Vision because even if they bring back everyone in the Soul Stone, Vision is still dead.
I'm not sure what they'll do, honestly. They set back time. Who knows? I don't know if they've killed Vision already, but again, I was still very disappointed with Vision in this movie. I won't lie.
He kind of was out of commission for most of the movie.
Not just that, he seemed very underpowered, while in the other movie, he seemed like Jesus.
Well, they didn't want them to be as powerful, I guess. I don't know.
Dude, he had like no power compared to the other movies.
Even Scarlet Witch, she was underpowered. She should have done a lot more.
She didn't unimpress me. She did more than Vision.
That's true. She did.
You would think Vision, the guy who can like float through Ant-Man could do more, but yeah, I don't get why he was so underpowered in this movie. To be honest, maybe I'm missing something.
I don't think you are. I just think it's a bit of an inconsistency that they had.
Like they did their hardest to make sure Thor was strong as hell. They didn't make Hulk strong at all. Then again, he was in the movie for like 5 seconds.
That's true.
I don't know. I'm curious what's going to happen when all the characters come back. Spider-Man's crying. He's happy to be back.
It's probably going to be a bittersweet scene because someone's going to have to die to bring everyone back.
But wait, what's going to happen there? Because like, will they come back to where they died? So like, would Spider-Man and them come back to life on Titan?
Oh gosh. Honestly, probably. I could probably see that happening.
I mean, I guess the Guardians could get them home, but still.
Yeah, because technically the Guardians ship, I don't know if it's the Milano or whatever it was. It didn't look like the Milano, but their ship is still there.
Like you said, with the whole ashes thing.
Yeah.
I mean, they all died in their ashes, right there. So I'm like, maybe that's how they'll come back. I'm curious though on if your theory is right about them being in the Soul Stone, maybe they'll just all come out right there. But then that'd be like half the universe. So that's why I feel like
half the universe just comes out right there.
They just fill up the Earth explodes from so much weight. But I feel like they'll reappear where they did, and that won't make sense if they come back and Spider-Man's just on Earth already. I'm like, well, where's everyone else? The other half of the universe that died.
I think what's gonna happen, like everyone's gonna come back where they were. Like Bucky will probably come back where he fell. Groot will come back by that tree. Star-Lord, Drax, and Mantis in the same place. Spider-Man will probably be on the ground and be like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, but say Spider-Man's would be with Star-Lord in that.
Yeah, so I mean, he's not stranded.
That'd be kind of awkward though, because he's like, he just met them.
He'd be like, "Yeah, can you guys like give me a ride home? Like, I'll say Footloose is the best movie ever."
Like they tried to kill him. Like
when he talked about Footloose and Peter or Star-Lord was like, "Is it still the best movie ever?" I was like, "Oh my god."
I know. I'm like, and Spider-Man's like, it never was.
Mantis goes like Kevin Bacon, and then Spider-Man's like, "Wait, you mean the guy from Footloose?" And Star-Lord's like, "Yes, thank you, Footloose. Is it still the greatest movie ever?" And he's like, "It never was."
Man, times really changed with Avengers after looking at the first movie.
Yeah, they came a long way.
I don't know, what else should we talk about with this movie?
I really don't know.
I mean, I don't know what else to talk about with this because we got a lot out, and then I'm sure once we give it a real watch, and then we get some other people on here to talk about it with us, we'll probably have more.
Especially like Vinny, because he's probably gonna have a lot to say about it.
Exactly.
Corey has seen it too, so we could probably get him on that.
I mean, again, we could always jump on the Venom.
Looks like a good movie. That's all I really got to say.
I'm definitely very interested. I know Carnage is supposed to somewhat, some way, some form, somehow it's supposed to be in it. I don't know if it's just Cletus Cassidy or what. I know Tom Holland's supposed to make a cameo apparently.
But not as like Peter Parker or anything, just Tom Holland being Tom Holland.
No, he's supposed to make a cameo as Peter Parker.
Oh, seriously?
From what I heard, yeah.
Oh.
And then he's supposed to make a cameo in Black Cat too, or whatever.
Oh, I didn't even know they were making a Black Cat movie.
Yeah, they're making another one after that too. And then if Venom's any good, I'm sure, even if it's not, I'm sure they'll probably make a sequel to it.
Yeah, but hopefully it'll be good.
I'm definitely interested. A lot of there's people hating on the suit because it looks all organic and stuff. I'm like, I like the take on it.
I mean, they showed Venom in the trailer more than they showed him in Spider-Man 3, so already they're doing something good.
I mean, I'm like, I mean, I like the suit. I think the suit looks good. You know, we haven't seen the full suit. I know there's probably not gonna be a Spider-Man logo on it, but that's okay. Like, he's got white veins or whatever. You know, if
I
you
mean,
look,
I thought it looked cool. It's not gonna look just like the comics.
I'm glad it's not. One thing I'm glad about, it's not all black. Let's just say that.
Yeah, it seemed like there was. It didn't seem like just completely black, like you'd expect it to be.
Well, if you look closely, he has white streaks on his body.
He might have the Spider. He probably has something on his chest.
I don't know if it'll be a Spider-Man logo. People are complaining about.
I'm gonna go with no, because that would mean there would probably have to be a Spider-Man in that universe. But
Well,
as far as we know, there's not.
I mean, who knows? But it looks like they just found it on a spaceship that crashed. So,
Oh, that's great. So it's already starting out like Rampage did.
I mean, shut up. We got. There are some. I mean, Ultimate Venom, which I know a lot of people say is the worst incarnation, but like he didn't have a Spider-Man logo on him, so I guess Venom doesn't always have one.
I don't think he will.
He doesn't need one. I don't think. I think Venom can do fine on his own.
Yeah.
He's a character you can do a lot with.
It doesn't have to be just fueled off his hatred and rage towards Spider-Man.
And he looks big and bulky. I'm so happy about that.
Yeah, they actually have that version of Venom, not the skinny Eddie Brock. What was his name?
The actor? Because I don't know.
Topher Grace.
Okay.
That was his name, not that one.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people, some people are saying they
spider sense is tingling, if you know what I'm saying.
Some people are saying they like that Venom suit more because it looks more like Venom because it looks like it's an extra skin on him.
Like I mean, but he
like.
spent more time with the mask peeled off than he did with it on.
Yeah, I hated that. It was like it made Venom not feel as much as like we are. He didn't even refer to them as we. He like, do you remember what you did to me, Peter? Remember what you did to me?
It doesn't feel like a symbiote, which a symbiote is like a bond. It just felt like some guy with a suit.
Well, Carnage, Cleves Cassie always referred to himself as I.
Well, we're talking about Venom here.
Yeah, Venom's supposed to say like we and stuff. I don't know. I'm already happy they're saying stuff like we are Venom. And like the part when he does that, where he's killing, like he's hurting all the guys in the apartment room. He's like, instead of saying why did you do that? Why did I do that? He's like, why did we do that? Why would we do that?
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty funny too. He's just having conversations in the middle of the broad daylight in New York, just walking down having a conversation with Venom.
Oh, did you happen to see a trailer for Deadpool 2 when you saw Infinity War?
Yes.
That movie looked funny.
I think. I was happy to see the Venom trailer on the big screen too, though.
And that was my first time actually watching the Venom trailer.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I just didn't watch it before that.
A lot of people are complaining about the suit. They're saying the eyes are too small, but then again, that might not be final because the eyes are like, he's kind of squinting because like his eyes do like what Deadpool's do, like they move with his emotion.
Yeah.
A lot of people are complaining about there's people complaining about, well, I don't know if I say a lot of people. There's people complaining about his teeth. Someone was saying he looks like Pennywise. Like, I'm like, well, is Venom supposed to have like perfect teeth? Like, I always remember Venom having like real sharp teeth. Like, maybe not as many teeth as he has in this. But he has quite a bit of teeth in this. But I'm saying he still always has those like big, large, sharp like teeth.
It's supposed to be like a menacing grin, and of course, it's gonna be similar to Pennywise, though.
People were just like complaining he looks like Pennywise, and I get that his teeth aren't completely comic book accurate, but at least they're not like. Until someone like, well, you just want to have like a perfect pair of human dentures, like, you know.
And that would just look weird, and somebody decided it would be a good idea to Photoshop that.
Oh, they did for Venom 2003. Or 2003. God. Fuck. Venom 2008 from Spider-Man 3. You know they were going to make a movie series based on that?
Off that Venom?
Yeah, off that Venom. That's what they wanted to do. So I guess apparently their plans were that he actually survived the bomb in Spider-Man 3,
Ooh.
but they never continued after that. So
It would have been interesting to see what would have happened if Sam Raimi could have done what he actually wanted to do with Spider-Man 3, and if eventually the fourth one did happen, like that would probably be going on as the MCU is doing its thing.
I mean, they should at least did the one thing. Like I guess someone that was working on the film said, "Hey, this movie's too big. We need to make Spider-Man 3 into 2 parts."
They probably should have.
I guess that's what one of the crew members said.
It felt like it was supposed to be focused on Sandman and like still building the New Goblin story arc.
That's what it was originally supposed to be. That's what Sam Raimi wanted, but they're like, nope. Sony's like, we gotta put Venom in it.
And that was everyone's first hint that Sony was a terrible company.
They didn't mess with Spider-Man 1 or 2, and look what happened when they messed with 3.
Spider-Man 1 and 2 are great movies in general.
Spider-Man 3 is like
Spider-Man 3 came along.
I guess it's not horrible.
It's not awful, but it has awful things in it.
It's a letdown. How about that? It's disappointing.
Yeah, it is disappointing.
Just not as disappointing as Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Ugh. Well, that movie already didn't have anything going for it. The Amazing Spider-Man 1 wasn't all that great.
I mean, I like the first one, even though it has a lot of flaws that people pointed out to me over the years. I'm like, yeah, that's true, but I still.
It was like mediocre, I guess. I mean, it felt kind of depressing at points, like just the way it was filmed.
I mean, it had nothing on Sam Raimi's.
Oh no, I don't think the only like other than Homecoming, no Spider-Man movie could probably come to be as good as what those were.
You know, who knows? I hope I do want them to be good, even though he has a lot of tentacle stuff going on. But like then again, that's kind of what he did a lot in the comics and stuff too, right?
Yeah, a lot of it was with stuff like that.
People are complaining about that.
Well, those people probably only know about the 2007 Venom, so
like it's generic. He looks like a generic monster. He has tentacles coming out. He looks like Slender Man.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, we got Slender Man coming out here in like a few weeks.
Oh, that's in a few weeks?
Yeah, that's May, I think.
Oops, forgot about that.
What if that movie's good? Video game movies just become the new trend.
Oh gosh.
We get a Dark Souls movie here.
We get another shot at a Mario Bros movie. Yikes.
They're doing a Tetris movie, so they might as well.
Oh my god.
And you might think I'm making that up. I'm not.
I wish you were.
Unless they canceled it. I hope the fucking god they did.
Oh, please. I really hope they did cancel it.
Oh, wait, they're already making a Super Mario's movie. What am I thinking?
They are?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, no.
It's supposed to come out after Tetris or whatever, however they're doing it.
Video game cinematic universe.
With Adam Sandler.
Oh, no.
I don't even remember. I can't even remember what that movie's called he was in.
Pixels.
Pixels, yeah.
It's just like, it's Kevin James and Adam Sandler. They used to have great stuff. Like, Adam Sandler was in Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore. Those are great. Kevin James, I don't know if you ever watched the show. Kevin James was in King of Queens. That's a great show. Now, they got such crappy movies.
Yeah, but you look at Adam. Adam looks depressed. Like, he doesn't even look as charismatic in his movies anymore. Like, it looks like he just wants to get a paycheck and go home.
Like, when he was in, like, Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore and Big Daddy, it seemed like he was actually having fun with those movies. And they turned out to be really good movies. But with, like, Jack and Jill and Pixels, it always seems like he's just like, all right, give me my paycheck. Let's get out of here.
Grown Ups was more enjoyable.
That one didn't seem as bad as his other movies recently.
No, it wasn't that bad. I still have some fun with it.
But Jack and Jill, ooh.
Why don't they just have Adam Sandler play Venom? Come on. Simple.
Oh my god.
Hell, dude, they could get the actor who played Pennywise to play Venom apparently at this point. So
I think that guy already has enough nightmares. I feel like a movie like Venom would probably screw him up even more.
What do you mean he has enough nightmares?
The guy that played Pennywise literally gets nightmares because of playing Pennywise.
How?
I don't know, but I feel like it's similar because I think the same thing happened to Heath Ledger when he played the Joker.
Yeah, but he's dead now, so he doesn't really have to worry about that.
Yeah.
That was a little mean, but
yeah.
How did Heath even die? I forget.
Oh God, I want to say he committed suicide, but I feel like that doesn't sound right.
I don't know. I feel like he died like the Paul Walker kind of way.
Possibly. I'm not so sure.
I mean, I guess people who played in The Exorcist, they started getting like nightmares and stuff, and
one of the sets burned down.
What?
One of the sets on The Exorcist burned down.
Yeah, and then like I guess they were filming a movie by one of the houses they filmed The Exorcist out at, and then when they were filming it, they looked back at the footage they filmed, and you can see a little girl in the window from some movie they were filming.
Oh God,
I forget what movie that was. Like stuff like that. That's weird. I like the concept of horror movies. And then Bill ain't getting a break. He's got to play Pennywise here for the movie coming out next year, and then probably a chapter 3.
Hopefully not another chapter 3. I don't want to have to wait again to see what happens.
I think they should do chapter 3 for it. I think there's too much story to only get done in 2 parts.
Well, they cut a lot out of the kids' storyline. Because if they went completely with the book, the movie would have been really long.
I know the second movie is supposed to take place both with them as adults and as kids.
Oh boy.
The third, so it'll probably be like flashbacks stuff we didn't see. Hopefully they build more story on Richie. Hopefully they give him more character.
They probably will.
Because like we don't know why he's scared of clowns. He's just scared of clowns. And
it was probably just a lie that he was scared of clowns because they asked him right there, and then he looks over, sees a clown. He's like, clowns! I'm afraid of clowns, guys. They're spooky.
And then the black kid and the Jewish kid, them too.
They were not important at all.
The Jewish kid needs more build up before he kills himself.
Yeah.
Anyways, off the topic of Venom, I guess. Something else I do want to talk about recently. All right, so again, this whole stream's been spoilers, so whatever. Screw it. I know Raymond hasn't really watched the show, so he doesn't know much about it, but recently they finally oh my god, they finally released a trailer for Attack on Titan Season 3. And along with that, they announced it's going to be 24 episodes instead of 12, like people were speculating. And watching the trailer, they do mention stuff that's from the Return to Shin, whatever it is, arc. I forget what it's called. Or whatever. Very happy about that. Very happy. I'm not going to go big depth on this. I might do another video on this, but just like so you guys know, I'm very happy they're doing that. I'm hoping that I know the Uprising arc. That's a decent arc. I hope that whole bit, I noticed a lot of stuff in the trailer, like with Kenny and them fighting, and I really hope that they didn't show anything from the Return arc. I'm very excited to see Eren versus the Armored Titan Part 2, because I know they'll fight again. I'm very excited to see Levi versus Beast Titan. I can't wait for that, because I'm sure that's going to be animated. That fight is so badass. Oh my god. And July, I think that's coming out, which we got a long way to go. Shit. Hell, you know what they said recently, Raymond?
What?
I guess they announced that the Predator trailer is coming out here soon. After we just got done saying, "Where's the Predator trailer?" We got so many movies still coming out. I keep forgetting because we have so many. I know we got the Bumblebee solo movie this year, I think.
Oh God, I forgot about that one.
John Cena's playing the main dad or whatever. Predator. Now we got Halloween.
The Han Solo movie, which I keep forgetting is happening.
I don't even care. We got God, I can't even
Jurassic
think.
World.
We got Jurassic World. How could I forget about that?
Ant-Man and the Wasp. in July, I think, or June. I don't know.
What is it?
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh yeah, we got the Meg. We got Venom. We got Jesus. I feel like Captain Marvel. I don't know when that's coming out.
February of next year.
Okay, so I knew it was gonna be before 9. God, so many movies, dude. Next year is pretty big too. Like them recently saying that basically Godzilla is gonna be a bad guy.
Oh yeah, we have Godzilla next year.
He's gonna be like a bad guy in that one or something apparently. Which that kind of scares me because that probably means King Kong is gonna win.
Oh yeah, because he was portrayed as kind of a protagonist in a way in Kong Skull
I
Island.
swear to God, dude, I will flip the hell out if King Kong wins again.
No, Godzilla's gonna win. He better win.
I don't know if Godzilla's gonna be the antagonist.
Imagine how funny it would be. Like Godzilla shows up in the military. Is like, oh yeah, Godzilla. He helped us the first time, and then he just wipes out the military completely. And he's like, oh.
Definitely feel like the movie's gonna have more of a Heisei feel. Speaking of Godzilla, we got 2 more Godzillas coming out this year.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about those.
With the Valkyries, not Mecha Godzilla. We were wrong.
Oh, so they are Gundams.
Yeah, they're Gundams. Which someone was saying that they think Mechagodzilla might not even be activated in this movie at all. You might not even fight Godzilla on it.
Oh God,
that would suck. There's so much hype for that.
That really would suck. Like he was on. I think he was on the poster.
We'll have a Tokyo SOS next movie where Mechagodzilla and Mothra team up against Godzilla.
I'd be okay with that because I love Tokyo SOS.
I just don't like Mothra.
I don't know if anyone really loves Mothra.
People love Mothra, trust me. She's a fan favorite in Japan. Because in America, everyone loves Anguirus, but no one gives a fuck about Anguirus in Japan.
That's why he hasn't been in a movie since Final Wars, or before that, it was Mechagodzilla.
Even though I think he could work very well in the Monsterverse.
He could work well, but no.
So could Destroy on them, to be honest. Which I think there's still a chance Destroy is going to appear at some point.
I think just about any monster, other than like maybe lesser known ones like Ebra or Hedorah, I think they could all work in the Monsterverse.
I mean, Ebra could even appear. You could just be like a dead giant lobster washed up on the beach.
Or it could be a good way to introduce Godzilla to a movie.
I don't know. I already know how they're introducing Godzilla in this movie because they already said there's going to be Mothra, Rodan, Godzilla, and Ghidorah, and then they made new monsters for this movie.
Oh, interesting.
So they don't just have Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, and Ghidorah. There's going to be more monsters besides them.
Interesting. So it's probably not going to completely follow the Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster storyline that everyone thought.
I mean, it's not going to anyways, because one, it's probably going to be more like Destroy All Monsters. I'm just kidding. That'd be sick, though.
Sick.
I would love them to do that at some point. Put Kong in there, too. Pacific Rim. They should do. Most likely, it will probably be like, because the final battle sounds like it's just going to be a one-on-one between Ghidorah and Godzilla.
Probably.
So I doubt they're following the Ghidorah story.
Because if they were, it'd be Mothra, Rodan, and Godzilla taking on Ghidorah.
Which, hopefully Ghidorah looks powerful then. I'm trying to think what other movies, because I know I gotta be missing something. There's gotta be something major I'm missing. There's like no way.
Star Wars Episode 9 is coming out.
No one gives a fuck about Star Wars. Well, yeah, Episode 9, not the Han Solo movie though.
I think
that don't got Obi-Wan. They making an Obi-Wan movie or something.
Yeah, they are. But the only way people are going to care about that if they get Ewan McGregor to play Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Okay, got kicked from the call yet again. Fun. It kicked you again.
I see this. They should make a Yoda movie.
I don't know if I'd be interested in that.
Yeah, but when has Yoda really got backstory?
I think that's one of the best parts about. Oh my god! And it happened again.
I fucking hate Google Hangouts.
So we're talking about a Yoda side, the Solo movie.
Yeah, he really hasn't got origins the way he should.
I think that's all part of his character. Like he doesn't really have a backstory that you know about. He's kind of kept mysterious, like how Boba Fett is. That's why I don't want a Boba Fett spinoff movie.
Yeah, but you know Disney will fuck it up. Or not. It won't even be Disney. It'll just George Lucas messes everything up for themselves.
Yeah. The only spin-off movie I really want at this point is a Lando one, and we're already kind of getting that with Han Solo, so
He'll probably be a side character.
honestly, he's the only person holding this movie together at this point.
Just imagine him like hardly being in it.
If he is hardly in it, I'm gonna be very upset.
He's in it less than Godzilla is.
Oh god.
I'm not even going to watch the movie though, so I don't care.
I'm probably gonna watch it, but not like opening weekend like I would with a trilogy movie.
I'm down wasting my money on that. Well, anything else movie-wise you want to talk about?
Nope, I got nothing.
All right, boys. Well, you know we'll get a Dark Souls movie here soon.
Video game MCU, not MCU. Video game cinematic universe.
MCU. Oh my god. They'll make what's that show called? Superhero Squad. They'll make a movie on that.
Oh god.
They have a video game for that after all. I used to be obsessed with that game. Or that show.
They'll make a the Tetris game and the what's another obscure game? Barbie the video game, the movie.
Okay, they'll make Godzilla PS4 the movie.
He's just walking around destroying generators the whole movie.
that wouldn't be a bad.
And then occasionally some random woman pops up talking about like something you don't even understand.
Then at the end, Bernie Godzilla fights Godzilla 2014.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. I would dig that.
That
You're like,
no comment. Infinity War kind of ruined my brain, so
it's just gonna be like everyone. I gave so many options for people to vote for what they would like to see animated, and everyone wants to see Shin versus Godzilla 2014. Apparently,
like okay, nothing to do with '90s Godzilla. That hurts a little.
I was thinking the one that would win would be '90s versus Gamma or whatever, but nope. Everyone's just like, we want Shin versus 2014 again.
Like okay then.
All right, guys, if that's what you want so fucking bad.
How much want to bet Jordan voted for anything to do with Shin Godzilla?
Probably. I wasn't even checking who was voting. All right, boys. Well, this stream's already been longer than I originally intended it to be. Not by much, but. All right. Any final words?
Can Avengers 4 come out like next week?
No.
Okay.
Don't say that. You'll jinx it.
Oh God.
No, you.
You have to wait a year. Yeah.
I mean, I'm okay with waiting a year. My hype. If once they announce the name, because how big of a spoiler it's supposed to be, I'll probably get my hype to go up.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I don't know. Next time I'll do a stream with other people. I'll probably do some video game streams whenever or something like that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Anyone who came on, thanks. Even though we didn't really have much of a comment section this time, sadly, but we'll probably. I'm sure when Vinny sees the movie, we'll probably do a stream over on his channel.
And that'll have a lot of comments.
Oh yeah, because Vinny's subscribers care about him. Apparently, mine don't give a fuck. Even though I have like twice as many as him, they're just not active. All right,
I got
boys.
nothing to say to that.
It's just Mad World starts playing. Down the silence because it's so quiet, and when I snap my fingers,
you should have gone for the head.
You should have gone for the head. I don't know why I was trying to sound like weird Batman there.
It really came
One more
out
thing,
like Batman.
One more thing to say about Venom. I don't know why Eddie Brock sounds autistic in the trailer, but that's just me. Why would we do that? No, you go. I stay. You leave. You leave. If you stay, you do what I say. You know? Yeah.
I'm confused. Are you trying to do a bad Jim Carrey impression at this point?
I don't know. I was thinking about trying to do that guy from South Park for a minute there.
Oh, that's who it was. I don't know why I was thinking Jim Carrey.
That's not what I was doing, but I was getting really close to just going, fuck you guys.
Because it started sounding a lot like Jim Carrey, but then you said the guy from South Park. I'm like, that's who I was thinking of.
Jim Carrey, I watched him sing a song not that long ago. He actually did a really good job singing.
Oh, boy.
All right, guys. Well, here's what we learned from this stream before I go. Don't play Pennywise or else you'll have nightmares. Hope you enjoyed this stream. Please subscribe, and I will play Pennywise one day because I'm a ginger. As always, I have no soul.